Welcome to the Egg Mugs podcast. I'm your host, Quincy.
And your other host, Justin.
So let's start with yours because I think this is hilarious.
Okay, we went over to Sprouts and we were picking up a new one for today. And I got one called the Tension Tamer.
It's another
Celestial Seasonings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if this is going to mellow you out too much. What's it taste like?
A little bit like cinnamon.
Cinnamon?
It's got a heavy cinnamon. I added some sugar to it because I don't like straight cinnamon. But it's got something in there. I can't quite place it. I'm not gonna go looking on the back of the box to try and figure it out. I want to figure it out.
You're not going to figure it out. I don't think you have one of those super palettes.
I don't. Not for tea. No.
All right. Check the back of the box. See what it has. On the front of the box or wherever it is on the box. Is that a dragon on the front?
That is a dragon. A dragon with a woman riding it with a castle in the background. I'm like...
They just all together have cool boxes.
Peppermint and lemon.
That's
why it was so weird.
And I did... what is it? Jeremiah's Pick Coffee. Pick being P-I-C-K.
Yeah.
It's a San Francisco's coffee. I got it at Sprouts as well. It's USDA organic, all that fun stuff.
Smelled harsh.
It says deep and smoky. I don't get the smoky.
I mean, I can smell the deepness though.
I didn't put enough sugar in it for me to like, which isn't a problem. I'll finish the cup. It's got a good taste though. I don't feel like it's overly strong, but it was definitely very black coffee when I was pouring it. So I'm happy with it. I'm enjoying it.
Enjoying your coffee?
I'm enjoying my coffee. I think that's your biggest takeaway from that movie, isn't it?
Yeah, I enjoyed that movie with its lines.
It's one of mine and Lauren's favorite lines to quote as well.
All right, let's get right into the news. Fucking kill me. Okay, so I was like, I don't know if I want to save this because I like your reactions on it, but over in the UK and parts of Indonesia, Pepsi Blue is back.
I'm jealous. Beyond jealous. I never tried it. I want to try it.
And I'm super hyped for that. Oh, wait, we missed the movies that we were talking about yesterday. Shit. I kind of
We can do the movies at any point. We don't do them at the beginning.
Yeah, you're
we
right.
We do them last if we want. This is our show. We do things when we want.
Yeah, my house. But, okay, yeah, Pepsi Blue. You had mentioned you never had it, but the closest thing I would say to it would be probably the blueberry Pepsi cans.
That I had you try?
That you had me try. I would say it's a close second, but it's not authentic.
Gotcha.
But it's coming back. So if we can get it imported, maybe perhaps. And I mean, I found this out on LA Beast. Shout out to LA Beast who does some crazy ass shit. Seeing that on his Twitter made me go, okay, cool. He's an advocate for all Pepsi products, not just Crystal Pepsi.
What bothers me is he says anyone in the UK order your Pepsi Blue from American Fizz now. So that means, which it's like, wait, why do they get to it? It's a company with American in it. That's bullshit.
Yeah, so I don't know if maybe hold on. Like, American Fizz. Oh, I put 3 AZs, but that's fine. Oh, that's why, because it's a freaking...
That's a UK company.
It's a UK company that
sells American stuff. I gotcha.
Ooh.
We need one of those for here.
Yeah, what the fuck is all these Cheetos?
Yeah, see, that's bullshit. I don't have those.
We don't have any of this, my dude.
Oh, we have the donut.
Yeah, we got the donut. But what the fuck? But I mean,
love they use Uncle Sam. Let's be honest. How often do you see things other than like random gas stations and car washes use Uncle Sam? Living here in America.
Yeah, you're right. And then you got Arizona Charlie's that kind of resembles him.
I don't remember what he looks like, honestly.
He's got the big bushy mustache. Yosemite Sam, kind of.
Okay. Although I have to say, their Uncle Sam, he's only got like a little bit of a beard, which is a little weird. Yeah, no,
where
I'm
did these
hoping.
Guys get all this? What the fuck?
He just came across a whole section of Aunt Jemima's and lost it for some reason.
It's one of their fucking advertisement sets.
Aunt Jemima's is good. I like
Aunt Jemima's is good, but would you put it on one of your headers?
I don't know. If you can't get it over there, they might go, "Oh, what's this?"
Oh my god!
You know, sweet looking Southern lady. You know.
Oh my god. Okay, Twizzlers I can see, Sour Patch Kids I can see. LaCroix.
Okay, yeah, no, LaCroix should not be on their advertise.
Fucking disgusting.
Although to be fair, my brother went to Europe. He did a Europe trip for a while. He hit several countries and everything. And he says one of his biggest complaints is if you order water at a restaurant, it's going to be sparkling. That's what they do. And he was like, I got so tired of sparkling water. He's like, I don't even like sparkling water. You have to try to ask, like, do you have non-sparkling water?
Yeah, you have to be like, do you have purified? You know, they're just regular. Now, this actually agitates me because I fucking love Corners. For those who don't know, it's like a popcorn chip, and they're called Corners. And there's a sour cream and onion flavored that just tastes so authentic to sour cream and onion. Like, it's not like any other potato chip that has that falsified flavor. Corners is fucking amazing. The chip itself, like, even if it doesn't have any of the flavoring on it, it comes off really good. And they sell them on this godforsaken website. I'm actually kind of salty.
Fun
without
fact,
the
did you know
salt.
Doritos were created at Disneyland?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when we were going to Disneyland, you told me this trivia.
Oh, okay. I'm going to tell the listeners, though, because I feel like I mentioned it. Now I have to say it.
Yeah, okay.
They had
Go ahead.
Frito had like a restaurant there, basically, and they were throwing away the stale tortillas. And one of the guys was like, why are we wasting all this food? And the chef and them kind of came up with the idea of they could fry them and cover them in cheese, and people loved them. And from there, they decided to bag them and sell them. And that's why original Doritos bags, the Doritos logo is done up like the Disney letters for the original Disney sign.
That part I didn't. That part I don't.
Oh yeah, pull up the original Disney logo versus the original Doritos logo. You'll love this. I didn't know you didn't know that part.
Doritos logo.
Like whenever they do those like throwback bags. Yeah, that one right there.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yep.
It does got a little bit of the bubbly.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
That's why when they do the throwback bags, you get kind of a Disney feel.
A little bit. But then of course now they got the spark in the front.
Yeah, I feel it's like what, like a heart rate monitor is what it looks like.
Yeah, because they're jump starting flavor.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean
and then
Doritos are good,
And
but
then they got this thing,
the triangle,
the triangle that's burning its way through it.
which is like a play on the last like 4 designs before the heart rate monitor, 3 designs before the heart rate monitor, from like 92 to 05 it looks like.
Yeah.
Doritos were created at Disneyland. Let's move on.
So I like Nerf guns. Even at 30, I fucking love Nerf guns.
I have one in the closet.
Yeah, I know.
It's automated.
Yep. Overwatch kind of signed like a little handshake with Nerf.
You're just salty because I shoot you with it.
You never shot me with it.
I've shot you with it.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. But even still, they just did one for Soldier 76. $120. And it requires 6 C-cell batteries.
Fuck, that thing's be heavy as hell.
No, it actually looks like this 10-year-old.
No, the C-cell batteries
the
is what
C-cell-
makes it heavy as hell.
Yeah, it does-
not the gun.
Not the gun itself, but I mean, shit, that thing looked really nice. And
How hard is it shooting these bullets?
velocities of 90 feet per second. Comes with 3 Nerf Rebel rounds.
Yeah, you're gonna shoot your eye out.
Yeah, you're gonna shoot your eye out. They've already done Reapers, McCree's, Soldier 76s. They just did, and Diva's little hand pink pistol. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. And they've even done like a mock-up with Reaper's mask, which I'm like, that's fucking cool.
I've seen some cool stuff with people making Nerf guns on their 3D printers.
Yeah,
They can actually shoot like actual Nerf brand bullets that are pretty cool.
I would personally get the McCree because I wouldn't mind cosplaying as McCree down the line because look at how nice that looks.
I don't remember what
His
McCree.
gun has a spur on it.
I don't remember what McCree looks like.
Just take Matthew Mercer and put him in Western gear. That's pretty much actually.
Yeah,
that's-
it actually kind of looks like Matthew Mercer in Western gear.
Yeah.
So we'd have to
and
get you.
he's the voice actor for him.
Okay. So we'd have to get you sombrero type of. Well, it's not really a sombrero, but. Oh, you already have the hat?
I already have that.
Okay, we'd have to get you the. It's not a poncho, but whatever that is.
It's kind of a poncho. It's
A
like
poncho is supposed to have a front and a back, not a.
Well-
It's like a side. Okay, there you go.
yeah, it
The
does
image
it-
you were showing me, it was not a poncho image.
Yeah, but it's a poncho, but he kind of tosses it off to the
He
one
kind of
side.
uses it like a
But
scarf.
then when he uses his ult, he throws it in front. It's high noon, and then he swings it back. Draw. Bah, 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 bah.
I didn't really play Overwatch. Well, I didn't play Overwatch at all. I shouldn't say really. I have not played a single thing of Overwatch.
Yeah.
Not that I'm against it, just never did.
Yeah, I was heavy in it, and then I got salty, and then I left. I get salty a lot.
129 for a Nerf gun though, like that's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money for that one, but I think McCree's Nerf gun. All right, let's take a look at the Nerf gun. 20
Okay.
for McCree's.
Yeah,
I'd pay that.
That's not bad.
And I mean that's at this one 40 at most. Would you still say 40 is too much for this one?
When I can get it for 20, yeah.
Okay, let's say the 20 wasn't there. Would you say 40 is too much?
No, I do have to say the one thing I don't like though is it shoots the balls. I like the darts better than the balls.
I like the darts better than balls.
But shut up.
I'm sorry.
It comes with like a little like medallion or something. What is that?
His badge.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Looks like a scarab from here because it's like a small image.
I getcha. But, yeah, it looks really nice. And then, they're working on a lot of other ones. They said the next ones are probably going to be Torbjorn's hammer gun. That's going to shoot 4 at once.
That's cool.
Yeah. And not Junkrats. Roadhogs. That does pretty much the same thing, but in different directions. And I'm like, there's going to be a lot of missing pieces from this one. So,
yeah,
it's all rumor and speculation. Don't hold me to it, but I mean, if they're working on the ones that are scattergun style, super keen.
Me and my brother had Nerf guns growing up, but we were always the only ones that ever had Nerf guns, so there was never giant Nerf gun wars.
Yeah, and
I should get one of those going now.
That would be nice.
Get a bunch of 20-something, 30-something-year-old dudes shooting Nerf guns at each other in the park.
Yeah, why not? I mean,
one of us skins their knee, they have to go home and tell their mom.
Okay. I think now is a good segue into our movies of comedy.
Okay, sure.
Okay, now these movies were super short. We KO'd them super quick because of how short they were, and then we wound up watching a stand-up comedian that we enjoy.
One that we had already watched.
One that we already watched, but it's still funny.
Yeah.
Still fucking hilarious. But we watched Dracula, Dead and Loving It.
Mm-hmm. What'd you think?
It didn't age well, but it still gave me a few scenes that made me chuckle. And
No, it didn't age well because you're like, oh, the CGI was harsh.
No, because the comedy bits doesn't hit hard today as it probably would back then.
I feel like the comedy bits, I wouldn't say it's an aging issue. It's more of a how much of a Dracula fan you are, because a lot of them are pulls from the book.
You're
pulls
right.
from the movies, things like that.
Like one of the ones that made me chest laugh was the "No, you sit down. No, you stand up.
Yeah.
No, you sit down."
Very
no,
Abbott
you
and
sit
Costello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I like those kinds of jokes, but when it came down to the whole tongue-in-cheek kind of ones, I'm like,
You were laughing pretty hard at his when Renfield cuts his finger when he first shows up at the castle.
Oh yeah. Oh.
It's spraying everywhere, and Leslie's like licking his lips,
just
making like sucking noises.
Yeah, I did enjoy that joke. That one I will admit was probably one of the early ones that got me. But
I wish it had done better because I feel like it not doing well because it financially didn't do that great.
No.
I'm thinking it not doing well is why we didn't get another one, because we got Young Frankenstein first, which did amazingly.
Oh yeah.
Then we got Dracula Dead and Loving It, which did not do well, but is enjoyable. I would have loved to see like Mel Brooks do a Wolfman movie, or Mel Brooks do a Creature from the Black Lagoon movie, a Mummy movie, Invisible Man movie, the rest of the monsters.
Or maybe a mix of all of them. Maybe the whole Extraordinary Gentleman style, but with humor. And actual good,
Abbott and Costello did that.
And actual good writing.
I don't think it was bad writing.
The one with oh god, the 1999 movie.
Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about Dracula Dead and Loving It not having good writing.
No, the old Extraordinary Gentleman from 2003.
2003.
Yeah,
that's what you were talking about.
Yeah.
It's based off the comic.
Yeah. Very poorly, from what I was told.
Having read the comic, it could have been a lot better. I enjoyed this movie. I do not think it's the most amazing movie by any means. This is the movie that caused Connery to retire.
Yeah, and
he hated the experience so much.
But would you concur with him on the reason why?
I don't think it was a reason to retire. I mean, people make shit movies. Get over it. I didn't think he was bad in it. That being said, I think they need to remake Extraordinary Gentleman, make it the way the comic is, and it could be amazing. And then stop there, because the follow-up comic, the second part, is weird. It involves aliens. I checked out reading the second one.
Okay.
But the first one's really good. This one had a lot of elements from the first one, but just wasn't quite there.
Okay.
And it added a character that it didn't need to add.
I only saw the first half of the movie, so I was just like, oh. And I mean, for the first half of the movie, it seemed like it was gonna drag. So I guess I never
It's actiony.
It gets actiony because I never saw the climax. So I guess that's my fault. But at the same time, I was going into that movie when it hit HBO, so I was like catching it on the backdraft after I've already heard it was mediocre at
Yeah.
best.
No, I mean it's got good CGI. It's got good effects. It
Like,
had a good cast.
Fucking the Invisible Man
Looked amazing.
He ate the scenery,
Oh,
even though he wasn't there.
in the
John
comics,
Cena did.
yeah. In the comics, his character's really weird because in the comics they're getting reports of all these immaculate conceptions happening at this all-female boarding school, and they go to figure out what's going on, and it turns out it's the Invisible Man's fucking the women while they're sleeping. Yeah.
That's actually a really good angle.
Yeah, the comic is definitely adult oriented. It should not be for children. It is not a child comic.
Speaking of which, when we're done with this, I need to check out your new run of Moon.
Okay, it's
Moon
in the
Knight.
closet. Watch
Yeah, I definitely got to check that out.
that.
And the second movie we saw was Caddyshack.
Yeah. So what'd you think?
I like Caddyshack.
Yeah,
I
like
like Caddyshack
Caddyshack?
a lot. And
Yeah,
you told me the second one blows ass, so I'm not gonna worry about the second one.
I've watched the second one once, and it's just because I was like, well, maybe I should, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have.
So you're saying it was a waste of time?
They tried to recreate
You showed me.
Dangerfield's character without Dangerfield.
Was this post his passing?
I'm not
did you just-
sure. You go ahead and look it up. I'm not sure if it was post his passing or they didn't have like really anyone big in this one that I remember. I like I said watched it once. He died in 2004. Okay. Caddyshack 2, I think is just what it's called. No, 88.
Oh, yeah,
so no, he was still alive and going. Pull up the cast. I'm curious.
Okay. But
It's got decent ratings, so maybe I'm just remembering it being crap.
it's still got Chevy.
Okay, it's got Chevy Chase.
Al Ramis.
That looks like to be the end. Like Randy Quaid, but like let's be honest, Randy Quaid will do just about anything nowadays.
I like Randy Quaid.
I like Randy Quaid too. I didn't realize that who his brother was. Like they both have the same last name. I just didn't realize.
Dan
Aykroyd.
Aykroyd.
Okay, maybe I need to give number 2 a shot again. Scroll back up. Let me see the ratings on it.
Oh,
That's got a 7 on Metacritic.
3.7.
3.7 out of 10 on IMDb. Okay, maybe I was right. I don't. I'm telling you, it's been a long time since I've seen this one.
Okay.
What's the Rotten Tomatoes look like? Scroll back up.
I'm going. 4%.
4.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna take the judgment rule on this one.
It's got 66 on Google. I mean, I don't let reviews, I don't let critics sway me on watching stuff. But when I remember a movie being bad and then go through and go, oh, everyone else thought it was bad too, maybe I was right.
Yeah. Okay. That's a fair acclamation.
And for some reason, the Gopher just looked so bad in that one.
You showed me that. And I was like, "Yikes!"
Like the Gopher was.
You could see the sticks in its little arms.
Yeah, the Gopher was obviously a puppet in the first one. They weren't trying to make you think it was a real gopher.
No, but the second one makes it look like it's a sock with fur on it.
Yeah,
it wasn't. Great.
So what did you think of the Gopher?
Oh,
did you think he died?
No.
Okay.
No, hell no. But Caddyshack was a good movie. I liked it. It was a little bit like, where's the actual antagonist? Where's the actual conflict? Oh, there's the conflict. Oh, conflict resolved literally 2 scenes later. I'm like, where's the Oh, okay.
It's a comedy.
It's a comedy that
golfing movie.
Yeah, that didn't need that kind of structure, and I get it. I guess I was being a little too critical on how a story should be told. But then when it was like, okay, we'll place a bet on this. Okay, cool. Place the bet. Okay, cool. And then that's where the actual conflict began.
I think you look for every story to have a conflict that needs to be resolved, and I don't feel a story necessarily needs that to be a story. I think it's crucial to most stories.
In a sense, I do want that, but also in the open and closed hand, it's like I just want there to be an issue that needs solving.
Yeah.
With Chevy Chase's character, it was apparent that he was a slob, but at the same time, he was a prodigy. That he was good at what he did, but didn't want to own up to it. And I'm like, okay, that's a good arc.
He's got an internal conflict.
Yeah, he's got an internal conflict that he takes it out on everyone else. He hates everyone else. He gives them shit. Tells them, just be a caddy for the rest of their life.
What's wrong with Lumberyards? I own 3 of them. Yeah, I know she don't spend much time there. I don't know where they are.
Yeah, so it's like
I always loved that line.
It was a very good line that he delivered with a straight fucking face. But then it's like, it's very confusing onto, Chevy Chase's character onto why he's doing it for the sake he's doing it. And then it's like you begin to find out that he had a chance to go for actual.
Yeah.
He had a chance to be big and just wound up just sitting at the golf course.
Happy where he was.
Yeah, just golfing all day and having weird properties pay him things.
Let's go to what's probably your favorite actor in the movie. I'm curious if it's your favorite role in the movie. Bill Murray as the groundskeeper.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like the weird mumbling.
Yeah, the mumble mouth, and then all of a sudden when he finally starts speaking up, he gets like over the top.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a good scene for Bill. Because
The whole Cinderella story thing, that whole thing was improv.
yeah, holy shit. And then when he was doing the ball cleaning at the beginning, and you had given me a hint toward that scene.
Well, yeah,
And I
because
was
there's
like-
a movie I want to watch. I haven't watched yet that I think you would enjoy too, and it's the story of National Lampoons. It's you know they're making it. It's not a documentary. It's like a reenactment kind of comedy
With humor?
thing.
Okay. So it's an autobiography with humor.
And they got actors playing them, but one of the guys that was part of National Lampoons, you would remember him as Leon from Roseanne.
Okay,
Or
yeah.
Colonel Mustard from Clue.
I didn't know anything.
No.
No.
You never seen Clue?
Mm.
Put it on the list.
Okay.
Um,
I'll do that later. I don't feel like
God,
doing
don't let her know. She'll want to watch that one tonight.
it. Okay, Clue and Mystic River then.
We can do that.
Yeah,
Clue's a comedy though.
Okay, but it's a mystery.
Yes,
So we're doing mysteries tonight. We're
Yeah.
doing Mystic River and Clue now.
works for me.
We were originally gonna do
310 to Yuma.
310 to Yuma.
We'll
but
move that one.
Yeah, we don't need it.
But so he's talking over the documentary of National Lampoons, basically.
Narrator.
Kind of, yeah. Like they'll show him, and there's parts where he's like, yeah, you may question if some of this is legitimate and whatnot. He's like, well, I didn't look like this guy, no, but did I do some of these things? Yeah, like it's this kind of fun thing, and they have someone playing Bill Murray in it, and they're showing the Caddyshack scene with him using the ball cleaner, and he just looks out at them and goes, "Is it obvious I'm jerking off?" And he's like,
I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually how that went.
and yeah, probably is. Because technically, loosely, but technically, it may not have the title. Caddyshack is a National Lampoons movie.
Yeah.
Back when National Lampoons being a thing was kind of more of a thing.
A little bit of a backtrack over to the tea. This tea is fucking great.
Is it like getting better with time? Like steeping more?
No, I mean it's fully steeped. It's just I've been doing like bigger gulps, and it's very very full flavored. It's not very subtle. It's very.
You break a rule of tea drinking. You keep your bag in. The whole
I
time.
do. I like bitter tea. I love bitter tea, and then I add a little bit more sugar, and then it just embossed, and then I keep it just draped off to the side.
Yeah.
And then it just slow drips more into it, and I mean it's so good. The last one I had, the citrus one, that one didn't steep too well.
Mhm.
Like I don't get me wrong, I finished it. It's just it was like I was drinking 90% water, 10% orange juice.
Gotcha.
But I mean, it was still good.
I wonder how it would be in orange juice. Weird? Too weird? I feel like it's probably too weird.
Maybe with the extra antioxidants, it might be a good thing. Who knows? I mean, I used to do emergency in orange juice.
That's weird.
Well, this was back when my immune system was
Grant, I don't like
garbage.
I just don't like emergency, so.
That's fine and fair. But no, this was back when my immune system was garbage. Now it's fucking the tits up, and I fucking love it.
Now, I feel like I want to say something here about National Lampoons, and I feel like I can't say what I want to say because I want to say kids these days, but it's like I'm not that old, and honestly,
But at the
by
same,
my days, it had stopped being a thing what it was.
but at the same time, you have the right to say it because you
I
grew up with
on it. National Lampoons used to be way better than what it came down to be. Like it came down to the National
Oh, that's
Lampoons
good.
started doing, kind of shock comedy or dirty comedy, things like
It
that.
used to from Caddyshack, from watching Caddyshack and having the basic idea of how those were run in that time. Yeah, they were just pretty much. There's a pair of tits.
Mhm.
Are you shocked? Are you appalled? Are you turned on? What is your reaction? Okay, get ready. That's the rest of this movie.
Yeah, you have Caddyshack, and that's good feel for what National Lampoons was. I do believe Animal House was a National Lampoons movie.
Funny Farm?
I don't know if Funny Farm's National Lampoons. It is Chevy Chase, so it might be.
Yeah. Planes, Trains, Automobiles?
Planes, Trains, Automobiles isn't.
Okay. The only reason why is because
Planes,
it's a Chevy
Trains-
Chase, and I'm
Actually,
like,
scratch it. Sorry. Planes, Trains, Automobiles kind of is. So John Hughes was part of National Lampoons and all that. And Planes, Trains, and Automobiles comes from him having to do like a back and forth thing. But here's where I was going to go. You've got the vacation movies. The vacation movies were all National Lampoons.
Van
Okay,
Wilder.
Class Reunion, Movie Madness, Van Wilder. That's where I feel things start to change. 'Cause you have Van Wilder was a National Lampoons movie. And it's like, okay, Van Wilder was good. Which, by the way, based off Burt Kreischer.
Really?
Yep, Van Wilder is inspired by Burt Kreischer. Story of how he was in college.
And
but then you
I assume he was batshit fucking crazy from how that was.
Oh yeah, I mean, you got to remember the machine story happened in college. The whole robbing a train in Russia thing. But I feel like Van Wilder's kind of 2002, where you kind of stop and go. National Lampoon's then kind of took a weird turn because it's like then you have the Van Wilder sequel, which was the prequel. Then you have the Van Wilder actual sequel, The Rise of Taj. Taj, I think is what his name was. And they're technically National Lampoon movies because they're connected to it. Rise of Taj, right there, 2006.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that was a while back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And now it's like what? The last one we had was 2015, Drunk, Stoned, Brilliant, Dead. I've never heard of it, never seen it.
Let's go find out. Oh, wow, that is a cover.
That's a cover from the magazine. So it's the monkey
Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa, thank you. National Lampoon's also used to be an amazing magazine. Magazines nowadays, and nobody knows what the fuck magazines
Oh,
are.
wow, it went to a film festival, and it just okay.
Maybe that was hopefully a return for them. I don't know.
John Goodman, Billy Bob Thornton. I'm just reading the poster and the interviews post Humus. Meatloaf.
So,
wow.
What's it about though?
Synopsis. This film features. Oh, it's interviews.
Okay, yeah. So this is like a documentary or something. So
Halfway
we can,
documentary.
yeah. Okay. I feel like National Lampoon's used to mean a little bit more than what it was now.
Maybe, or maybe it means the same thing. Just they had to take it in a different way that we weren't ready for.
I mean, I don't like the way a lot of things in society are now, so maybe that's the issue.
Yeah. So you have to figure, would something that happened in the late 80s fly now? No, of course not. So of course they had to change. That's why wrestling is shit now. That's why I'm hoping that the AEW does fucking amazing.
I hope it pushes WWE to do something amazing.
Because
that's my real hope.
Yeah, fucking
bring back Monday Night Wars.
Okay.
Bring back an Attitude Era.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit my wrestling tangent for 2 seconds. I have not watched any wrestling things. Yeah, you go ahead and look at your invisible fucking watch.
It's half past a freckle right now.
Half past a freckle, I'll beat that freckle. Okay. The past wrestling stuffs that I've been interested in no longer matter because Dean Ambrose moved over, Cody Rhodes moved over, fucking a lot of people have moved over to AEW.
But Cody hadn't been on in a while, though.
Cody got fucking dark lighted.
Yeah.
And so did his brother. And they just had a fucking boss-ass match for the first time that I ever saw AEW. It was Cody Rhodes versus Dusty Jr.
Well, that was the first time anyone could see it. That was the first thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And holy shit, that match got gruesome. And I have never seen Goldust, Dusty Jr., do that fucking amazing in the ring.
Well, and
even during the Attitude Era to now.
Yeah. Here's the thing is, wrestling was pushing down love doing hardcore shit that, a lot of other television wasn't doing. And then other television started to push stuff too. And then they kind of all dialed back and pulled back, and wrestling calmed down. It got more scripted.
And then all of a sudden they changed networks and had to cut from a PG-13 to a PG.
No, they're still on USA, right?
SmackDown's
over on Fox, but they were PG before that.
Yeah. No, both went PG.
Raw's on USA. Raw's been on USA since the Attitude Era.
Okay, well then,
yeah,
they screwed the pooch. Then they did something to make it PG.
That's just kind of where TV started to go for a bit. TV is kind of pushing things in with things like The Walking Dead and shit like that, going like, we're gonna be hard and we're gonna be bloody, we're gonna be dangerous. Preacher,
Breaking Bad.
So I'm like, okay, the rest of TV's doing this. WWE, go ahead, because when the studio goes, you can't do that, you go, fuck, everyone else is doing it.
Yeah, and then you got Vince who's like, well, we took so much hits during that time, I don't know if we can keep doing that. And then Triple H is like, fine, then I'm going to go run NXT. And NXT, holy shit, the matches on NXT were amazing before I stopped watching that. Like, this is my major complaint with the WWE, and I'm going to say so right now. They are losing a lot of prime superstars. Like, Tyler Breeze. He wasn't too good in the limelight, like when he used to be with Fandango. With the guys who would come out and take selfies of themselves, and with the padded leggings that had the frills on it. It was a little bit feminine. It was a little weird. It was supposed to be like a gimmick. But I like Tyler Breeze in the ring. He showed that he was a high flyer without, taking too many risks, but he made it look good.
I want to explain something for you so that you know.
Mhm.
When I stopped actively watching, Booker T was still a regular.
Oh.
Not because of him. I love Booker. Booker's amazing. I love Booker T. I'm just giving you an idea of how long it's been since I watched, so that when you go, you know who I'm talking about, and I'm like, no, yeah, that's how long it's been since I watched.
Okay, well, there's Tyler Breeze.
Like, I watch things. I'll watch pay-per-views every now and then. I'll watch episodes every now and then. But we have the WWE Network. I watch all the old shit.
Oh, yeah.
I watch WCW. I went to WCW pay-per-views when I was a kid.
Yeah, and
So-
Lauren loves all the old shit.
Yeah.
Lauren misses it, and I do too. But the reason why is they pulled Tyler Breeze from Maine, put him on NXT, where he is doing fucking fantastic. He is doing God's work. I'm atheist as fuck, but he is doing some flavor of God's work, because he is showcasing that he is just so fucking versatile against anyone. People who are larger, people who are smaller. He is just all around.
Well,
But they fucked him by putting him on NXT instead of a main show.
we were watching we were watching WCW pay-per-view the other night, and I realized something. You got a couple luchadors that come out, and they're all over the place. They're whooping each other's ass. They're jumping. They're diving. I mean, granted, it's WCW, so it's back in the 90s.
Yeah, and luchadors are always like that. Like, that's their wrestling style.
And I was like, that's one thing that I feel like WCW always had an up on WWE. WWE has had Ray while Ray was also doing stuff for other people. Still has Ray.
Ray, Sin
Cara, who is actually is Sin Cara the Japanese one?
No.
No, which one's the Japanese one?
Tajiri technically was known as the
Number
Japanese...
one.
Huh?
Announcer. Sorry, I was thinking of someone else. Sorry.
Okay. Tajiri technically was known for a brief time during the Attitude Era before he started doing the spit thing. He was known as the Japanese luchador.
Yeah, but my point was that, like, really they had what, 2 or 3 main ones, and they had other ones that passed through, but they never were Ray. They never were. You just said his name, and I
Sin Cara.
Sin Cara. He's the one that the one you were talking about before was the one that would spit the stuff, and he would do the tarantula. Where he'd get them on the outside of the ropes, and he'd lock their legs and their arms and start pulling and everything.
Yeah.
They did things like that. But watching WCW, I even watched, I think it was a Ric Flair match on there where, granted, Rick would proceed to get older and still is, so of course he slowed down. But like when they brought in new guys, they weren't doing what Rick was doing over at WCW several years into his career.
Oh, no.
Where he comes in and he's just going. And it's like, no, instead when we watch a match now, there's 10 minutes of them laying in the middle of the ring going,
they're gassed.
Why? Why is there 10 minutes of this? I turn on a WCW thing, I'm watching a fucking 40-year-old man who was probably up all night smoking and drinking, fucking going out there harder than this 30-something-year-old who's got a clean bill of health.
Yeah. And
what the fuck is going on?
Like, Stomping Grounds was last Sunday.
Okay.
Which is a pay-per-view.
Okay.
They introduced a bunch of new people between the time that you stopped to now. One of which is named Ricochet. And I like Ricochet. The reason why I like Ricochet is the boy can take some hits.
So, and like, it's this weird thing where,
like, the boy lands flat on the back of his head.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he gets German suplexed and he can recover fine. Like,
he's not no-selling moves though, right?
Oh no.
Okay, just making sure.
The match during Stomping Grounds, a friend of mine has the WWE Network, showed me while I was on my lunch, and holy shit. Like, there was a powerful strike that lifted him off the air. He did a full backflip before landing on his head.
But yeah, my thing was people were like, let's bring back the chairs, let's bring back the blood, and like that would be cool, that'd be great.
It'd be a start,
but
you're gonna
it's not the only thing that people are like. I hear a lot of people talk about like that's what's missing in wrestling now. I'm like, yes, that would be a big thing, but just the speed and the actual like watching a match happen, not watching two guys go out there and lay down.
No, God no.
But what I just noticed is you were talking about Ricochet. He was Lucha Underground.
He was Lucha Underground.
So he was a luchador that came over.
Yeah, well, he wasn't. He was Japanese before. He was F1 before moving over.
Oh, okay. But he has roots in luchador.
Oh yeah, he's fucking amazing. But this is something that I kind of want to bring up with you. Okay, you know of all the belts, right?
For the most part, yeah.
Okay, they introduced a belt not too long ago called the 24/7 belt.
Okay.
Where anywhere, anytime, it will be defended. So it could be
It's the hardcore champion belt all over again.
yes, but without actual rules.
One of the hardcore was falls count anywhere.
Falls
at
count
any
anywhere,
time.
but just as long as there's a referee.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one, it could be off script. It could be off air. Someone could go and pick it up right now. Like right now, I could go and pin, like just as long as I have a ref next to me, I can go and pick it up off of, I think it's still R-Truth. I don't know. But I can go and pin him right now. I get the championship. Like that's the one major thing I don't like with this new writing of this new belt is the fact that it has no structure. It you can like that's one of the angles. R-Truth pulled what is his name? Bobby Roode out to his car, said, "Don't worry, I'm gonna get you out of here." Threw him into the trunk, and I was like, "Okay, this is getting good. This is getting good." Closes down the trunk. He pulled all the other people that were following away, and then all of a sudden he pulls them out of the trunk and says, "Okay, let's get out of here." And then all of a sudden Roode goes around to the passenger side, opens it up. It's a referee getting out. He's like, "What's this?" And then all of a sudden R-Truth does, a super kick, pins him right there on the asphalt. I'm like, okay, that makes for a good story, but
That's exactly how the hardcore one went down.
kind of. But the one with the hardcore still had structured matches that were announced.
No, you're remembering completely wrong, dude. There's a whole pay-per-view that they're cutting out during the actual in-ring matches to show things like there was a point where the Hurricane has it.
Oh, I love the Hurricane.
He goes running through, and all of a sudden, someone opens up one of those doors where it's cut in half, and so he just nails him in the head, and he goes down in the hallway, and it's hardcore Holly, yeah. Well, no, not hardcore Holly. His sister, the Hurricane sidekick. Oh, what was her name?
Oh God.
Mighty Molly.
Yeah. Okay.
And she pins him, and she gets it and moves on. They're pinning each other in the back. They're pinning each other in hallways. They're pinning everywhere.
Yeah, I never saw that one.
It's the hardcore belt all over again. We've seen this shit already.
Okay. Well, I don't know. In today's times, it just feels like it's rushed, and I don't like it. It makes me angry. It makes me. I don't like how wrestling is moving on in the WWE. I like how it's moving on in the AEW because the match between Dusty Jr. and Cody was really monumental. It actually put a staple in their actual brotherhood, to where Cody says, "I don't want a actual partner. I want a brother." And it was like that's a good staple.
Mm-hmm.
That means that they're gonna lock together, and the if any of them happen to do a heel move and betray the other, it would actually be actual.
It's crazy how much neither one of them look like each other, but
right.
Goldie totally looks like his dad. Like I can see his dad in him so much.
If he gained maybe another 100 pounds.
Oh yeah, he'd have to gain a lot of weight to look like his dad.
Oh but
like, I can see it in the face.
The facial structure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like you're totally your dad.
Cody looks like his mom.
Does he?
Yeah.
I don't know what the mom looks like. So.
Oh.
You know who I loved their dad on commentary. Went over, I do believe it was WCW. Their dad would do commentary.
Oh yeah,
I thought he was amazing on commentary.
It's just like Macho Man.
Hilarious.
It's just like Macho Man on commentary.
Yeah. Macho was fun on commentary.
Macho was fun all the time.
Yeah.
Like you showed me a
love line
of him on there, and he just kept...
And you even listened to the whole thing.
No,
you really listened
but I
to
was
like half an hour of it.
Yeah, I was just loving him. He was just eating up the microphone. He's like, "Oh, don't be talking about that out loud." Oh.
Yeah. They started getting into Slim Jims and everything. By that point, he wasn't, in the ring as much.
No, this was just before he did Bonesaw.
Yeah.
This would be just before he did Bonesaw.
Yeah, and he was there to promote. He was gonna go and do like photos and signatures and do like a Slim Jim booth at like an indoor skiing event that was going on.
Jesus fucking
that like
Christ.
Tony Hawk was gonna be at and stuff like that.
Speaking of which, he can still bust out 900s.
Yeah. Do you follow him on Twitter?
No.
Oh, you gotta follow him on Twitter. Most of his tweets are him talking about when people tell him he looks like Tony Hawk. Or when people like see him with a skateboard and insult him because they're like, "You can do something with that." It's fucking great.
I don't know if I want to. That would probably depress
just pull some
me.
of them up. Just like Tony Hawk. Twitter, yeah. It's fucking great, dude. I follow him on Twitter. I love it.
Macho Man is the greatest.
Yeah, Macho Man was a lot of fun. No, I think that like the big thing they need to do is get some speed going again, because everything, I feel like, everything is just so freaking slow. Yeah, here's one. Went to the convenience store on my way to skate, approaching counter with water and Advil. I'm old. Clerk sees me. You look like someone. Me? Oh, yeah. Him. What's your name? Me. Tony. Him. Last name? Me. Hawk. Him. You are him? Me. Yes. Him. No charge, but you owe me a selfie. You didn't immediately realize? I would immediately know it's Tony Hawk.
Well, I mean, I saw the picture of him as I was scrolling down. I was like, oh wait, no, not that one. Like the now, like he's aged a little bit.
Yeah, but no one looks like Tony Hawk.
You're right.
He's pretty. Look at the Disneyland one. The comments underneath that. Right there in the middle.
one.
There you go. You kept scrolling past it.
At Disneyland with kids waiting in line for churros. Girl in front of me. You look like Tony Hawk's. Me. Really? Her. Yes. Me. Is that good? Her. Nonplussed. I guess so.
He gets it all the time. He was getting on a
Oh.
he was getting on a
That's a picture
plane.
that kind of hurts.
The like tired looking photo. He was getting on a plane with a skateboard, and this lady's like, "Do you ride that?" And he's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Are you any good?" And he's like, "Kinda."
I used to be.
No, he still is.
I know.
Come on.
I just told you he could still bust out a 900 easy.
So, Lauren's little brother a couple of years ago got a skateboard for Christmas. He's on it for like 5 seconds and goes, "I'm better than Tony Hawk." Oh, kids are great.
Yeah. I mean, he can still do what he's got to do.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
His daughter's just starting to learn how to skateboard. He was putting up videos of her skateboarding a while back. He's still awesome to follow and watch. And I know skateboarding, it's calmed down from what it was.
Yeah.
You know, everyone fucking played Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Everyone wanted to skateboard. Everyone watched X Games.
American Wasteland.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
American Wastelands is where I checked out.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, it had a lot of backup with it, but there was one that was between that. Tony Hawk's.
Well, they had all the undergrounds.
Underground, that's it.
Yeah. From what I understand, the one that came out not too long ago was not good. I don't know.
I don't know. Project 8.
I don't know if it was Project or if it was another Pro Skater, but whatever like their most recent one was, it was not good and did not do well.
Now there's going to be a new one called not Tony Hawk, but it's going to reminisce of it, called Session. I didn't want to cover it.
I'm sure
PAX talk because it didn't feel right.
I'm sure EA is going to come out with another freaking Skate or something to combat it, especially with the hype Skate started getting after PewDiePie.
I mean, Skate was a fun game. I played it before all the hype and nonsense.
Yeah,
so.
I never actually played it. It's available on my EA Access.
Shit. You hit one wrong little speed bump and you're just tumbling all over the place.
Yeah. It's Fall Simulator 3000.
Yeah, pretty much. It's I've fallen and I can't get up simulator.
Gotcha. All right, back to news. We went off on a whole wrestling tangent that wasn't even on today's list.
It stemmed off a fucking Caddyshack.
That's fucking hilarious. Okay, what do you want to talk about next?
Let's just go down the line.
Okay. Pokemon announced a new game.
For the mobile. I need to upgrade phones.
Yes.
That's what I need to do.
Yeah. But mostly just because there's a lot your phone can't do.
Yeah, because there's the Marvel game that I can't have.
They're introducing all the Spider-Man villains.
You're a fucking piece of shit. I would get like a whole crew of gunmen though, like Punisher.
They have mercenary set.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, it's mostly henchmen and like the Punisher. Well, the Punisher's not a mercenary, but
no, he is not.
They got War Machine, Iron Man, stuff like that. So there's gun characters. They got Shield agents, stuff like
guns. Lots of guns. But this one's called Pokemon Masters, and it had a 8-minute and 23-second long trailer that was
we skipped through.
We kind of kerfuddled through. But it showcased that it's going to be a gacha where you have to collect your trainers. A collect 'em all where you, of course, are catching regular Pokemon. And the cards that you can get range anywhere from someone of the Elite Four, such as Cynthia or Lance, all the way to starters from the Kanto region, like Brock, Misty, or even the main character set.
It showed Ash. I'm wondering if they're going to do like red and blue.
I think they're going to throw red, blue, green, technically. And then they're going to melt in like a lot of the other, like, because I saw a Lass in there. like one of the random NPCs you'll run across to
Yeah.
battle. So I'm like, they're gonna throw in a lot of things. They're probably gonna throw in Team Rocket.
I want Giovanni.
Giovanni.
I wanna be
Team
Giovanni.
Skull. I wouldn't mind all of Team Skull. Give me Guzma. Like, I fucking love fucking Team Skull's music. Real talk.
I stopped playing at original Sapphire, so Team Plasma was the last team I dealt with.
And they were like a rights activist group.
What was it? Plasma? Plasma's the one in Sapphire, right?
I
I don't remember. Whatever the one in Sapphire was.
Okay, but even still, Team Plasma was like a rights activist group. You ever notice that?
No.
Pokemon have rights too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they still used them.
But I mean, it looks good. It looks like it's gonna be just a beat 'em up type of game. 3v3 battles. It uses like attack counters. It's still turn based. I don't know. I'm neutral.
It said that you're also playing in real time. And...
Well, like I think that's because it's like it builds up that meter at the bottom, so it's like a timer to.
Yeah, which I thought was an interesting addition. And then the trainers have moves to like boost or heal Pokemon.
And I'm like, that's kind of cool too, I guess.
I wonder what Giovanni's is. Strike fear into their hearts. Assuming Giovanni's in it.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of cards that we saw pass by.
I want Giovanni.
I wouldn't. I mean, it might be a good one.
It looks interesting. I don't know that I'll play it, but that leads me to I've been playing Wizards Unite, the new
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Potted.
Really enjoying it.
So you've said
it's more than just flicking a Pokeball that you knew should have hit that Pokemon, but for some reason missed and rolled past him.
Niantic, you're doing pretty well.
I'm doing relatively well. I have yet to actually go out and walk around anywhere and do it. I was working in a park, and there was a park that worked for it, so I used the inn there. And then I've just basically been fighting stuff around the house because a bunch of stuff keeps showing up in my house. I turned off the VR because I feel like the VR makes it hard to play, and I felt like it was the same thing with Pokemon because it's like they decide, okay, it's gonna be here, which a lot of times is like, oh, my phone's got to be at this weird ass angle that I can't stand at to see this thing and fight it. So I just turned the VR off.
Yeah,
the VR is only good for photo taking, honestly. Which I still have to send you that photo I took with that thing sitting on your head. But I'm enjoying it, and for the most part, you can do everything in it without paying any money.
And that's all a lot of people really ask for out of things. But I mean, would there be an appeal to spend money?
If you were to spend money, you could buy energy, you could buy ingredients, you could buy in-game currency to allow you to buy other things. But the core purpose of the game of going around fighting these things or saving these things to collect the fragments, I mean, all you need is energy for that, which you can get for free going to the inns. So there really is no need to to spend money on it, unless you really want to boost up how many potions you get. But you just find the ingredients for the potions laying around, or you go to the greenhouses.
Okay.
You don't need to spend money.
You really don't, but you can see the appeal of people who are hardcore in it.
And you can put in what wand you have from your Pottermore account. You can't link them, sadly.
But you can say I have.
But you can go and look at your Pottermore account, figure out what wand you have, and you can put the exact wand in. The photos match and everything. You can put it in your house. They did some like photo things where like you hold up your phone camera for your profile photo, and you can put scarves on, or you can put glasses on.
Photo booth.
Yeah, kind of like what Snapchat does with the filters. Kind of like that, but instead of it being filtered, instead of like changing your face, it's just like putting a scarf on you or something like that, which is cool. Yeah. I enjoy it.
All right, time for some weird news.
Sad news.
Sad?
Sad for me.
It is sad.
I'll have you read a few things, and it'll be sad for you.
Oh.
DC closed Vertigo Comics. They say the Vertigo Comics has been around since '93. It was basically where you could get the darker side of DC. It's where Lucifer came from. It's where Constantine had some of his best stories. Swamp Thing had some of his best stories. There are certain characters that were just better when they were in Vertigo versus when they were in DC. So, when you read Animal Man in DC, it's like, whatever. But when you read Animal Man in Vertigo, it's freaking great. iZombie came from there. Now, anyone that's watched the show and hasn't read the comic, they are different. There's some,
as we've come to find out that there are adaptations that.
Yeah, the thing is though with iZombie versus the show versus the comic, I don't think there's anything wrong with the show. I've watched a little bit of the show. It's what happens when she eats the brains that's different. And so it's kind of a big different, But there's a lot of good stuff that's come out of Vertigo over the years. Some things I haven't read, like what you just pulled up. I've never read this.
Goddess Mode, where I'm liking the covers of it.
It's very punk rock.
It is very punk rock. It is very neon. It is very colorful. It kind of intrigues me.
Are you sure
a bit,
this is
but-
Vertigo? Oh yeah, Vertigo. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never seen this one.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't read every Vertigo title.
Yeah, no.
Um,
but there are some that were there that were just like like American Carnage.
Yeah.
Like I see a dude holding a handgun, I'm already interested. So, oh damn, these covers are gritty.
Yeah, they said that they're ending Vertigo as part of their rebranding for 2020. I don't know if this means they're not going to do any more of these like higher rated. When I say rated, like, you know, more mature audience, I don't know if they're going to be doing these anymore. I don't know if they're just going to fold them into just being under the DC title. I don't know if these stories are dead. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, something Lauren I think would like.
Hex Wives?
Yeah.
I'll tell her about it. I feel like I've seen that number 6 cover right there. The very Bewitched type of like, or like, you know, 60s, 50s Halloween witch type of thing.
I gotcha.
What else we got? Like, show me some more Vertigo. I feel like I'm missing some Vertigo stuff. Book of Magic. No. Lucifer, I mentioned.
House of Whispers. Let's take a look at that. I'm interested in House of Whispers.
Yeah, it looks like they were doing like some good horror stuff.
Oh.
That looks interesting.
Oh, I like that.
That might be one for you to check out.
Oh, what is that?
Oh, it's a big spider
It's a big spider with eyes in its eyes.
and fangs in its eyes.
Fangs in its eyes.
That's kind of weird.
I like it. It's a good cover.
And there's still plenty of
Like, I hate
platforms to
spiders, but-
do these kinds of stories, the more adult-oriented stories. I mean, that's pretty much what Image Comics is, you know.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of things like that going on with Comixology's originals. You know, we're definitely not hurting for a realm for this. The problem is the characters that DC owns. Like, where do they go? I don't want Constantine just hanging out with Superman. I mean, we've got the Dark Justice League, and Constantine's great in that and brings it to a different level. But when he's in regular DC, it's just there's something off about it.
It sits at the bottom of the stomach and it doesn't feel comfortable.
Yeah,
Like it's
He belongs in Vertigo.
like a lot of stones.
But we'll move on from that. Which one do you want to go to?
I guess down the line we don't
Okay.
really.
I
Now,
don't
you-
know the song.
Yeah, you had mentioned it, and I was like,
So the set list for the live action or CG action or
Oh.
whatever action you want to call it. Okay. Soundtrack for Lion King has been released, and Elton John did a new song, which I thought was cool. It's called Never Too Late. As well as a Hans Zimmer composed score, which Zimmerman. He's actually a pretty good composer. Also, from my understanding, they did a new version of Be Prepared.
Be prepared.
So lots of stuff to look at on the soundtrack there. I'm just glad that Elton came back because he was a big part of the soundtrack for the original.
Yeah,
Despite the fact that I probably won't go see Lion King in theaters.
I also don't think so. I mean, it's a big soundtrack.
Yeah. Well, that's because they put a lot of they put the songs and then they put the music.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
The score. That's
the
what it was.
score.
They put the film. They put parts of the film score in there, and then they put the soundtrack in there. So it's a little bit of
Yeah.
both. This was something I had to show you. It's not real news or anything, but someone went through and kind of put Keanu Reeves' face on all the princes, most of the princes from Disney.
flicks. Some look good. Some make him look really dopey, like the Beast.
the Beast with the extra long neck.
Wait, really long, or it's like there's like a dent right here between the neckline and where his chest begins, because like it like leans inward, and then there's his chest. Or unless he's wearing a weird pillow, in which case he's still a giraffe.
And
That's
then
weird.
The Mulan one looks a little rough.
And
And the Mulan one I thought was funny because it's like he's not a prince. Same thing with
I thought Zhang was the prince.
No, he's not.
Oh.
He's a general in the army.
Oh,
I could be wrong about general, but he's just a military guy.
he's your
But
military.
same thing with Smith, John Smith in Pocahontas. He's not a prince.
No.
But yeah, some of these the Ariel one's a little rough.
Yeah.
The not Sleeping Beauty, the Snow White one looks best.
The Snow White one does give a little bit of a rustic look, but I wouldn't. If you saw that, would you say that was Keanu?
No, someone would have to tell me that's supposed to be Keanu.
Yeah.
These are just kind of a fun thing someone did.
Yeah.
like I said, it's not necessarily news, but I wanted to look at them and I wanted to know what you thought of them.
I think they're. I mean, people,
It's all fun, right?
Yeah, all in the fun of parody. I enjoy that. I enjoy it. I always do. Now, tell me about these shoes you wanted to talk about.
Oh no. Let's save the shoes.
Oh, fine. We'll save the goddamn shoes.
Let's burn through this, and then we'll do the shoes, and then we'll go through the rest of my list.
Okay.
So we've got Paul Rudd is in talks to be in the new Ghostbusters. She's supposed to be some kind of teacher in it, along with one of the kids from Stranger Things.
Finn Wolfhard.
And Carrie Coon is also supposed to be in it. So they're bringing big names, and I'm glad the Stranger Things kids their careers are taking off.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. All of them have something at least lined up. Like I'm enjoying how remakes are pulling people in.
Mhm.
They're not pushing people away.
Well, this kid, he got to do Stranger Things, which is set in the 80s, and he gets to act like he's this huge Ghostbuster fan, and now he gets to be in Ghostbusters. Like that's all got to be awesome for him.
You want to do it, don't
I want
you?
to be in Ghostbusters.
You
Shut
wanna-
up.
Yeah.
No, I love
sure
Paul Rudd. So
I'm sure somewhere down the line we'll do a fucking Ghostbusters LP. It's fine.
Go ahead and pull up the Paul Rudd photos, though. I was telling you about.
Oh shit.
How Paul Rudd, for some reason, does not age.
Paul Rudd.
You'd asked me what I thought of Paul Rudd being in this, and I'm like, I think that they're lucky Paul Rudd's in this. Like,
Age challenge.
I was just gonna say not aging.
Oh, okay.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah,
He doesn't age.
he doesn't.
Just the 95 to 18 one right there, up at the top. Look at that. That's what Clueless, and then that's at the Ant-Man and Wasp premiere.
Yeah, I mean, just a little bit of salt and pepper, and if you got rid of that, he would look pretty much the same.
Yeah. I feel like somehow his nose got a little bit bigger,
Maybe a little bit.
but it's like not fair at all. I want to kind of
I mean,
Kick his ass.
Same thing could be said about Keanu.
Yeah. Paul made a joke when people were asking him about it. He was like, "Oh yeah, the one thing I stole from the Avengers set was the time stone."
Yeah, like
The Keanu Reeves looking the same, and then someone putting in the photos, the
1530.
the old 1530 1875 paintings that he looks like.
Yeah, and then 1994 to 2015. Then of course you have like now.
Someone also, I saw one where they did that, and then they put 2077 for Cyberpunk, and they put.
I like that. That's a good fucking meme. That is a good fucking meme.
Yeah.
But even still, the dude does not look like he ages, and I really want one of his motorcycles.
I just want to be his friend.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Fuck
mind
the
being.
motorcycle.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves, we're gonna at you.
Let's move on with the news.
All right, we were talking about that.
So how do you say this?
Enola?
The Enola Holmes Mysteries. I've never read them, but it's a book series by Nancy Springer. It's being made into a movie, and they've tapped Henry Cavill for the main role.
Now, I'm a huge fan of Sherlock now that you kind of pulled me into it, and I'm kind of excited for this. I didn't know this was going to happen, so I'm okay with it. I like this.
Yeah, I kind of want to go back and read the books and see what the idea is, because I'm obviously they're not going to be the original stories, but I want to see what the idea is. Is it his daughter? Like, what is it?
Is a young adult fiction, Nancy Springer starring Enola Holmes as the 14-year-old sister of an already famous Sherlock Holmes.
So it's like adding another sibling. I wonder if I kept Mycroft then.
Well, I'm sure Uncle.
So that's interesting. Also, I know that Helena Bonham Carter is also in talks to be part of this.
Cool.
So I like her. I'm kind of glad to see her in something other than Harry Potter and Tim Burton movies.
Okay.
Just to be honest.
All right,
Now I'll give you the shoes.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can do this shit.
Just type in the following.
Okay.
BAIT X Reebok. Yeah, no, put a space. No, that's not at all what I needed.
Reebok bait?
Yeah, no, you can leave it. It's fine. And then Toy Story.
Oh.
There you go. What do you think of those? And they're pumps, by the way. They got the little pump thing. So anyone's looking for these, if you look up Reebok bait Toy Story shoes, you'll find it. It'll be the first thing that comes up.
Holy shit. Or just Reebok Toy Story, I'm sure. Okay, let's take a look at this.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Oh, was it? Oh,
Mhm.
it was. All right.
Yeah, no, those are what those shoes look like.
Holy shit.
You're not getting away from it.
Well, no, I wanted to know price.
Oh, I don't think they're actually out yet, so I don't know if there's been a price that's been named.
Holy-
We realize
holy
we've talked about
sh-
shoes in the last like 3 episodes, and clothing on episodes before that, and then shoes on episodes before that. So,
Yeah.
people keep releasing weird shoes so that we can keep talking about them.
Or weird pop culture scenarios.
I want to know if that's what the pair looks like, or if they're showing one shoe from each pair.
They're showing one shoe from each pair.
Okay, because I was like, dear Lord, if one shoe's Woody and the other is Buzz, those are hideous.
Ooh.
And they're already kind of hideous on their own.
I kind of don't mind this. If it was a little bit more darker, I'd be okay with it. Ooh, that one's actually really nice looking. That pump looks pretty good. The Zodiac.
You know what I think of whenever I see the pumps? You remember when John Cena used to pump up his shoes?
Jesus fucking Christ. Never mind. Now I don't want them.
He would
the
pump
yin
up his
and
shoes
yang.
before he did his attack, and it's like the guy's just laying on the ground the whole time.
Just like the worm. And the worm only hit once, and it took Lita holding down the person to
Wait.
do it.
What are these Nike Air Max? Scroll back up. You see those on the left? Those look like Buzz shoes almost.
Holy shit. Oh my.
Oh, they're
for Pride.
LGBT. Okay. It was a small image. It just looked like they were Buzz Lightyear colors also. But yeah, so they did a Woody inspired pair for Reebok and Bait, and they did a Buzz Lightyear inspired pair.
And they look all right. They look okay for.
I think they're kids' shoes, right?
I mean, even if they aren't, I'm sure that they are gonna be of.
I'm
'cause
pretty sure.
they look pretty fair size too, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're also gonna be an adult.
It
Doesn't say.
It doesn't say. I'm pretty sure they're kids' shoes though.
Uh,
I'd buy them for my kid. If they wanted them, I'd get them.
$200.
Oh no, fuck no.
Yeah,
But I don't pay full price for shoes as is.
you're right. But there's no price tag, so I just said that just to say it. Oh, let's see, shopping?
Nope.
No.
You can buy the display from the old Nike ones for $230.
Fucking Christ.
That's funny.
And then the fucking Reebok pump $228. Pumps don't cost nothing.
Okay, yeah. So 228, 174. Those are just like regular pump prices. Yeah, no, I'm not buying $300 pair of shoes for kids.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even buy $300 pair of shoes for myself. So,
Okay.
all right. So I got a few little things, few big things. One Day at a Time, the comedy that was on Netflix that got canceled, is finally going to get its 4th season over on Pop, which is a combination of CBS and Sony, I do believe. Which all good for fans of that show. I didn't watch it, so I don't really know. But what worries me about this is people going, "Oh, time for a petition," because every time something gets canceled on Netflix now, they're going to want a petition for it to be moved over to Pop or something, because that's how people are.
Yeah.
And that's what worries me about this. I'm glad these people got their show to continue. I'm worried what it's going to do, because people are just freaking petition happy. Which brings me to the fact that Amazon responded to everyone petitioning Netflix to cancel Amazon's Good Omens, and they threatened to cancel Netflix's Stranger Things.
I don't think that's how that works, guys, but appreciate the joke on the rebound.
Kevin Feige confirmed Far From Home as the end of Phase 3, not Endgame.
I got spoiled on that.
I don't understand how. The movie's not even out yet.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it on air.
Was it a trailer?
No.
Because it's not a spoiler if it was a trailer.
Nope.
I don't understand how you were spoiled.
It was someone who saw the review copy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Prick.
Yeah.
But it's, Far From Home will be the end of Phase 3, which means after that is when we can start looking for the box sets.
I was actually having a conversation with Goon before I shouted a few explanatives, and he's like, what's the matter? I was like, I just got fucking Far From Home spoiled for me. And he's like, how? I was like, fucking Twitter.
Oh, someone actually posted it on Twitter?
Yeah,
I wouldn't
it was a light description. I saw the picture of Spider-Man, and then I was like, okay, what's this about? Maybe I might be able to talk about it on the cast. Yeah, I'll talk about it on the cast, and I'm gonna say, if you spoil a goddamn thing on Twitter, even before the movie comes out, I honestly hope the worst out of you. I really do. Like, now I don't know if I want to see this movie. Like, that's how bad it is.
So wait, it makes the movie bad?
No, it doesn't make the movie bad. It makes me not want to go see the movie because I already know how a certain thing is going to happen.
Okay.
And it's like,
Well, I mean,
I'll still see it. It's not. If it was, let's say, Lord of the Rings way back when, I probably would have been like, oh damn, yeah, okay, well, I guess I don't need to see it as much. Like, I'll see it when I see it. But in today, where it's like I was originally planning on seeing Far From Home. Okay, I'm gonna go see Far From Home.
well, and it's like this is what we were worried about with Endgame. That's why we went and saw Endgame as early as we did, and that's why I like basically abstained from social media while I did. Sorry, I got spoiled for you, man.
It's fine. It's just, as I said, don't do that. You get to see the movie early. Don't fucking drag your balls through.
And I'm totally not. I'm not gonna be able to see it on release.
Oh no.
It comes out what, the 5th of July?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be able to see it on release.
Double verify.
Because I think originally it was supposed to come out this month, and they pushed it back.
2nd.
2nd of July. Yeah, I probably still won't be able to see it.
No.
So yeah, just under a week.
On a Tuesday.
It's a weird time to release it. Although it's a summer movie.
Oh yeah, because they do it on that time. You're right.
I have another thing about this though. I think it's the Japanese poster. I could be wrong, but they released a new Far From Home poster with Nick Fury on it, with his eye patch on the wrong eye.
Oh no.
It may not be a Japanese poster. Just pull up a Far From Home Nick Fury poster. Samuel L. Jackson pointed it out and was like, "What the fuck's going on?" Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Yeah,
it's fine. Now he's, what the fuck's going on? How did they fuck that up? Yada yada yada. But the nerd to me is sitting there going, "Is this a Chameleon reference? Is this a reference to the Chameleon?" Because there's a thing in one of the cartoons where the Chameleon gets his image of Nick Fury from a photo that J. Jonah Jameson had posted in the Daily Bugle.
So it's a mirror.
But it was reversed. So the eye patch was on the wrong side. So when he's Fury, the eye patch is on the wrong side, and that's how Spider-Man sees through the costume. So I'm wondering was it on purpose or was it an accident? So only time will tell. There's also another theory that he's a Skrull. I don't think they're doing the nice Skrull thing. They're not doing the bad Skrull thing. Just everyone can abandon the Skrull idea.
And that kind of ticked you off, didn't it?
The nice Skrull thing? No, it's a thing in the comics. The thing that bothered me about nice Skrulls is the fact that they're kind of taking the idea of all Skrulls are nice, and I'm like, well, that just ruined the chance of Super Skrull.
Okay. It's just, I mean, Skrulls still technically exist in our world.
Yeah, but
they're sleeper cells, right?
Okay, not. I mean, spoilers for anyone that hasn't seen Captain Marvel. Not in Captain Marvel. They kind of showed they're good people.
But I mean,
they're good creatures.
Persons, entities.
There you go.
But you still have to kind of think about it. There could be some here, just chilling.
You could, but the thing is the idea that Captain Marvel sent in places, it doesn't matter if there is, they're good.
Okay.
And that's where it's like, oh, okay, so you kind of killed a really good storyline that could have happened. Because Super Skrull is amazing. Secret Invasion is my second all-time favorite event past Infinity War. You keep showing me photos with 2 eye patches. I don't know what you want me to do with this.
I just chuckle. Leave me alone.
I also don't like that the Empire magazine cover they did, if you click the next image, you see it down here on the little ones, is Mysterio without the helmet.
Yeah.
This is why you don't cast someone like Gyllenhaal for Mysterio, because we were so focused on him without the helmet that we are not getting the helmet.
We're not getting the cloud.
And it's supposed to be really fucking good looking.
Yeah. I mean, we saw the Funko Pop
and the Funko Pop looks really good.
I was this close to getting the Spider-Man set.
Here, let me show you the load screen for Strike Force right now. Strike Force is doing a huge Far From Home event.
Oh, that looks so damn good.
And they're bringing in all these Spider-Man characters.
Shocker, Vulture,
and that's just
Rhino.
the load screen. There's another load screen later on, like when you're loading into something else, that's just Mysterio.
That looks really good. I like that. That looks actually really fucking nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they had him wearing the helmet with the cloud, probably a little bit better.
Yeah, and then on the inside of the thing, and then you can like have the helmet taken off and show Gyllenhaal's face.
Yeah.
Like, I get that you want to show Gyllenhaal because you paid for Gyllenhaal's face. Like I understand.
Do you think Gyllenhaal will make a good Mysterio?
Probably not. I like Gyllenhaal a lot. He's not at all who I would have picked. I yeah. So I'm perfectly fine with Zendaya. You know, I like her as an actress. I hate her character.
The beat 'em up MJ.
Well, that's the thing. They called her MJ as like a nod and everything, but her name is not Mary Jane. It's something else. I don't remember what it was. But my issue is that she's so rude to Peter, and it's kind of like now with this one with what we're seeing in the trailers, it looks like they're pushing for them to be a couple, and I'm like, that's kind of a toxic relationship.
I mean, it was like a bully. I wouldn't say it was like a throw you down a flight of stairs. Oh, come back up
No,
the next
like,
morning.
but I mean,
was
there
like
is
a-
such thing as mental and verbal abuse. So
Okay,
I just don't
get
like
it.
how nasty she is to Peter, and
Well,
I'm like,
maybe in Far From Home she'll tone it down.
if she does, then I'm more for the character. But it's like I don't like Catcher in the Rye, and everyone's like, why not? I'm like, because Holden Caulfield's an asshole, and they're like, that's the point. I'm
No,
like,
what do you do?
I know that's the point, but he's such an asshole. I can't focus on the damn book because it's like, oh, there you go. There's the two next to each other, the two eye patches.
Jesus Christ.
He's such an asshole that like it makes getting through the story hard because I'm like, I'm not invested in this character. I don't
No.
care what happens to this character because you're such an asshole.
So it makes me wonder: are they going to do the whole thing where he leaves MJ later on and runs into Gwen?
No, he met Gwen first.
I know
You've
but
got that backwards.
I know I am, but I'm forcibly putting it backwards to where high school crush and then falls out of it, and then
I don't think we're ever gonna get that far.
You know what
I
I
think
mean?
we only have a handful more of these before they're like, oh, and Spider-Man's done.
with as big as Spider-Man is, are you sure?
Yeah, before they try to reboot it again. Yeah, I think it's gonna be another reboot thing. I think that they've got Tom Holland for now, and they're gonna take the Spider-Man storyline where they're taking it. This one's being the bookender for Phase 3, and he'll show up throughout Phase 4, but I don't know how far he's gonna go.
Yeah, and we don't know what Phase 4 has in store for us.
Or where Phase 5 will take us.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a big thing that we don't know.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out, hopefully.
But that's all I really have on Spider-Man. This was one I told you about that you were not happy about. Live action Final Fantasy, which my
Nope.
first thoughts went to
Nope.
the movie. What was the movie?
Spirits Within.
Yeah, Spirits Within. But they're saying it'll be a live action of Final Fantasy 14. Why do you take issue with that?
Because 14 doesn't have substance, and they just came out with a recent add-on Stormbringer, I think is what it's called. But leave it as a game. I don't know too much about the story about Final Fantasy 14. Like I don't know. I personally don't know how to feel about it. It's going to include all the major tropes that Final Fantasy has, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't know the plot. I don't know. I need more. I feel uncomfortable with it just being an idea when it comes out to actual trailers. Maybe I might have more of an opinion, but as of talks, I don't like it. I feel very uncomfortable. I don't want this. Work on bigger, better projects with your artists. Don't give me this. Give me bigger, better projects.
Well, I don't think they're pulling any game people.
I know.
Let's be honest.
I know, but I'd rather the people who are doing the art for this go work on something else.
Well, it's live action. What art are you talking about?
You're telling me the Chocobos ain't gonna be CG?
Oh, because CG. I mean,
Moogles, Chocobos. If they have any of the Dragoons.
okay, yeah, I get all that, but I mean, they're just gonna hire CG artists for that.
And those CG artists, I would rather be doing something else. Is what I'm saying.
Like putting a very bad smile on Henry Cavill.
Yes,
Hmm.
I'd rather that.
You'd rather that over what could possibly finally be a good adaptation of Final Fantasy? I get that you're saying that there's a plot issue with it being 14, but you're saying the issue is that you don't know what the plot to 14 is, which...
There's too much. There's too much because it's an MMO.
Yeah.
It's an MMO that doesn't...
But there's not a core storyline running through it?
It's big.
Maybe it'll be a tie-in instead.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll
the
cut,
article...
I'll cut it to say that if it does have a tie-in, that it does make it look interesting. As said, show me more, and I'll make a better judgment. But as of right this point in time, with it just being talks of, no, I do not like it.
Okay. Question: did we cover that Robert Pattinson was supposed to be Batman?
Yes.
Okay.
We did a brief talk about it.
Then we need to cover that he has backed out of it due to schedule conflicts.
Oh no!
Yep. So no sparkly Batman.
Oh,
And that's not fair. I actually like Robert Pattinson. I don't have anything against the guy. I thought he was great as Cedric Diggory.
I liked him.
You know, and I understand why he took the Twilight roles. He thought it was a good career move. I get it. He made a lot of money off those movies. I understand.
Yeah.
I'm not a Twilight fan,
No.
but you know,
But
the sparkly Batman joke, that to the side. I wasn't against him being Batman.
Same.
My issue is he's supposed to be playing a young Batman compared to Ben Affleck's older Batman, and I was like, really, those two just don't look right. You know, I can't believe
Contrast.
Yeah, I can't believe Robert Pattinson is a young Ben Affleck. Was my issue.
I would say, well, then again, he's supposed to be a young Bruce Wayne, not a young Ben Affleck.
No, he's supposed to be a young Ben Affleck. It's connected to the Ben Affleck ones.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That one would have been not a hard stretch, but a light stretch.
Yeah. And there were rumors going around that Josh Gad, do you know who I'm talking about? Voice of Olaf for Frozen, live action.
Oh, yeah, no, I do.
Okay. There was rumors going around that he was going to be Penguin. He shot those down in an instant. He's like, I'm not Penguin. And I'm like, damn, I kind of wanted that.
I mean, he would have made a pretty good Penguin.
If he's not going to be Penguin, I want him as Professor Pig. I think he'd be great as Professor Pig. You don't know who Professor Pig is? Okay, so he's this like surgeon who's got like this like pig mask thing on. He sings opera, but he like snorts throughout it, and he does like these weird experiments on people. But yeah, if you would play Arkham Knight.
I'm busy going through something I want to talk about right now.
Okay, go ahead.
The games I've been playing.
Okay.
I've been wrecking hard on Assassin's Creed Origins.
Okay.
And I love it. I stopped at 3, and I kind of didn't go to Black Flag, which I kind of regret because Black Flag I heard was really good.
So Black Flag's good.
Pirate. Yarr.
It's very big into the ship stuff and things like that, but the ship stuff works well. I think where I got tired with Black Flag was, you know, I'm a completionist, so I wanted to collect all of the, you know, collectibles and side things and stuff like that. And so, you know, there was all the underwater diving, there was the whale hunting, there was, you know, things like that. It's like, I can't hunt the whales while Lauren's home, things along those lines. So, those parts were rough.
So, I mean, it's fun and fair, but I stopped before that. And then the next one I played was Unity, and this was pre-patch, before everything was fixed. You could see through their faces and only see eyeballs and teeth. And I was just like, right-click, uninstall. Because I don't like games like that. Like, I don't get me wrong, you could fix that kind of stuff, but the fact that you released it like that was what made me pull away.
Yeah. I bought Unity with plans to play it with friends. One of which bought it and was tired of it by the time I bought mine because I wasn't able to buy mine at launch, so we didn't play. And then none of my other friends bought Unity, so I played about half of the storyline for Unity and then just checked out.
Okay.
I enjoyed Syndicate a lot, and if you ever want to borrow Syndicate,
Syndicate you said was really good, and it had a good DLC that you thought I would like.
Where
Jack the Ripper.
That's Jack Ripper one. The one thing I don't like about the DLC is it kind of spoils that. Hey, if at any point one of your characters gets in trouble, don't worry, she's in the DLC, which takes place while she's much older. And it's like, well, I just automatically know she's safe throughout the game.
Yeah, that would have
shouldn't have made her older. Like, it should have happened within the same timeline as the game.
That would have actually royally threw me out.
Yeah.
But Origins is actually really cool. I like the story. The first betrayal you run across is actually a really good betrayal.
Mm-hmm.
The Scarab, for those who are in the game, and if you don't know who that is, you'll find out later. Like, that's actually a pretty good spoil-free way of saying it.
You know, it all touches on like the Cleopatra and Caesar thing and stuff like that. However, one thing they didn't do in it that I thought was kind of like, oh, come on. There's an old movie you can watch where they show Cleopatra meeting Caesar because they bring her hidden in a rug and they unroll the rug and Cleopatra's in there, which is actually historically correct. And I think they skipped over that in the game.
Yeah,
she just meets Caesar.
They do a handshake over water.
Yeah. They don't do the because she had to sneak to meet him.
Yeah, and so it was. I mean, Cleopatra's like this. I'll sleep with you, but you got to die the next morning. And I'm like, Carl.
I don't know how accurate that is. I'm not saying it's not accurate. I haven't done a lot of Egyptian research. So
but
I
mean, even still, that's like, damn, you're provocative. But damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, the orgy scenes were. There's a few points where you kind of hit houses of orgies at one point, and it's like,
really?
Ooh, okay, yeah.
Oh, I'm not there yet. Then
it's like side mission stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's not storyline.
Yeah, I know. I do like that there are wandering heavy highwaymen that want to make sure that
Yeah.
that kind of snuck up on me and said, "Hey, this is my mallet. It
So-
says hello."
You remember how I told you I pre-ordered this and I got the snake armor for my horse, snake armor for myself, and the snake weapons that were poisonous?
Yeah.
They were so OP, at least when I had it, that I killed most of those guys before the levels I was supposed to kill them at.
Oh.
The final one, I would think I was 5 levels underneath him when I killed him.
Okay, well, I managed to get that pack,
Mhm.
and the only thing I equipped was a shield.
Okay.
Because the shield had really good health bonuses.
I had the big like club
the
looking thing.
Yeah, the cudgel.
Yeah.
Uh,
That thing just was tearing through people.
Yeah.
It does poison damage, so they're sitting there bleeding out while you're dodging other people's attacks, or not bleeding out, but dying as you're dodging other people's attacks and shit.
Yeah.
So
I upgraded the regular sword a little bit to help me get through some areas. I got that at like level 12, and then I just started working on purples. A lot of purples
Yeah.
that I found.
how do you feel about the leveling process in it?
It's very inefficient in my opinion.
Mhm.
It's very clunky, but I do like that you can hunt, and when you hunt, you get both things to sell and you get pelts to help upgrade your stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, kamase, kamasa. But the fact that you need to take down people for ore materials, a little weird. Like, I want to kind of go and find it on my own if that's possible. But
How about the rocks for the map of the stars? Have you done any more of those?
I only did one.
Okay.
I can't find any others.
Yeah, they're a little difficult to find.
But then again, you also told me that there's a thing that I need to do out in the desert.
Yeah, go wander in the desert for a bit. You'll start seeing mirages. They're pretty fun. Try to go out in the desert where you're not going to run into anyone. You're
Yeah.
not going to run into, because if they interrupt, it fucks it. There's an achievement and everything, and it's like you start seeing the mirage and they just get worse.
Like, are we talking like debilitating worse, or are we talking like
It starts out as a burning
Believable.
bush, and then it leads into other shit.
I saw that? Okay, I saw the burning bush one,
Okay.
but I never got the worst stuff.
Yeah.
Because when I saw the burning bush, I was like, "Wait,
Like,
was that tree on fire?"
a monster
Turn
is not
around.
going to come out and kill you. Or
Okay,
anything.
yeah, no. Well, I
But
already fought a certain boss that was like, "Holy fucking shit!"
just learn the pattern, dude. That's why I didn't finish those. The bosses, they all use pretty much the same pattern.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's a fun achievement. If you want me to tell you, the achievement straight up says it in the name. Do you want to know?
Yeah, sure, hit me.
You stay out and you keep seeing the mirages to the point that it starts raining scorpions. Yeah. You'll see like mirages of like your sun. You'll see the burning bush, and then eventually it gets to the point that it's like raining scorpions, and that's pretty much the end of the mirage. So it escalates, and it's like it was an interesting, cool little thing that they threw in there.
I'm liking all the little tomb things you can do.
The tombs are fun.
The very, very light parkour puzzles. I wish they were a little bit more difficult, to be
Mhm.
honest. If you're gonna have a parkour puzzle, have it be a little bit not.
That's
based
kind of
on
something
physics.
I've always felt. As the later the Assassin's Creed games got, the easier the climbing got. It stopped being a puzzle, more just hold up.
Fun, Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I like it, and the areas, the architectures, everything is, I would say, spot on to what I know.
they actually
And-
have a thing in the options where you can take like a tour.
Discovery tour.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's kind of neat. And then the other game I've been playing for 5 hours last night, A Hat in Time.
Yeah, you haven't explained what this is to me yet. What is it?
Okay. Take a little, I'd say 8-year-old girl and throw her in.
I will not.
Okay, you have an 8-year-old girl,
Okay.
and she goes to a planet called Mafia Town.
Okay.
And Mafia Town is full of these same lookalike dudes that have something that fell off your ship that look like little hourglasses.
Okay.
And it's basically like a Mario 64 collect 'em up, where you do a mission, you get one.
So you
That's
go back, redo the mission in a different section, you get another. Okay. Which I always felt was fun for Mario 66, but did we really need it for Mario Sunshine?
I like Sunshine.
I love Sunshine.
Sunshine.
Sunshine could have been so much better if they had just made it more of an open world thing and less of a jumping into the same picture over and over again thing. Or staying in that one, technically. Okay, this looks interesting.
Yeah,
She's got a little Vespa.
It is probably one of the more wholesome games I've ever played in my entire life.
Why is it called Mafia World, though?
Mafia Town?
Or Mafia
'Cause
Town.
They are all mafia. Mafia.
Okay.
Yeah. And then some of the one of the missions I think you'll like, because it is a murder on Owl Express.
On what?
Owl Express.
Okay.
where it kind of takes the Murder
Murder on the Orient.
on the Orient.
Okay. That's kinda cool.
Of course, they have to do more childish things, and then boss battles were actually really fun. It's very light and bubbly. Like it's one of the most wholesome games. Like that mission right there, the one on the train that was falling apart with the bomb going off.
Yeah.
God damn, it actually made me sit forward and just clutch a controller, going, come on. Like I haven't felt that way in so long.
This is on the Steam sale right now, right?
It is on the Steam sale, $15 for the Game of the Year edition. I'm not mistaken. No, $21 for the Game of the Year edition. And I recommend it because it has something called Yakuza Metro and Online Party. Now, when I say Online Party, you and up to 50 people
That's a lot of people.
can play on the same goddamn thing. And everybody has their own client-side thing, so that way no one's interfering with anyone else unless you just like smack them or otherwise. Like, it's still a clusterfuck, but it's still ridiculously fun. Me, Goon, and Duat just were going hard on it, and oh my god, she is adorable.
I started playing Shadow of Mordor, and I was actually impressed by the amount of Uroks that were on my screen at once without doing anything to the run of the game. Like, the game was still running just fine, and there are just so fucking many enemies on the screen at once when, like, shit goes down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's doing a little dance.
Yeah.
Interesting. Seems like a fun little game.
Oh, yeah. I give it a stern 10 on 10. Like, it is overall fun. The music, the music, when we're done with this, I will put some music on for you.
Okay.
Like, there's side A's, which are like all the regular songs, and then there's the harder versions called Death Wish.
Okay.
Where the game is much more difficult, and so is the music. And I'm just like, it's
Kinda
nice that
Doom-esque.
kind of
Where the music's
kind
going,
of.
music's going.
There's a couple songs I want to show you.
Okay.
But I just wanted to say that those were the two major games I've been playing this week. Like, I actually took a lot of time out of my week. I haven't wrote anything. I just said I'm going to take a break from reading and writing. I already have some of the D&D campaign that I already have wrote out. I don't have nothing doing. So I said video games it is. And I'm damn glad.
And you just bought a new game today that'll suck up even more of your time. And I saw your little tweet. You did this tweet about,
Oh, consuming?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you pop on my Twitter, the last couple of tweets that I've put out were a little confusing. And yes, it is on my hype of Sinking City.
Well, I love that you're like a little confusing. I read like the first line of the first one. I was like, fucking Sinking City. I was like, immediately, I was like, I know what the fuck you're talking about.
That's not what I want at all.
You may just have to go to Twitter.
Let's do that. Haha.
There you go.
But yeah, I love it. I love it to death. It's great.
Yeah, so he just got Sunken City, whatever it's called today. Sinking City. Today, so he will be gone, I should say, for the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so yeah, if you want to see his crazed ramblings, his Twitter is longshot_heroes. Capital L, capital S, capital H.
It doesn't matter.
I'm saying it just because there is another Longshot Heroes on Twitter, so the more accurate, the better.
Hang on, hold on. I'm gonna test this out. But yeah, I'm super fucking hype. He downloaded it too.
No, the other one doesn't have the underscore. My point is, there's another Longshot Heroes. I figured I would just say.
Oh, is there? Oh, they're stupid. Yeah, okay, so it works. But that's still stupid. Let's see what this other Longshot Heroes looks like.
It's a doggo.
Oh, it's Control. He's my old second in command.
Oh, okay. Well then, there you go. He's the other Longshot Hero. You should tell him to give you his Twitter.
Huh. Well, I don't mind. He can have it. He's a good boy. He's having a hard time moving right now.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I hate moving. That's why I'm glad I got on the lease. I'm gonna hit a few more things here.
By all means.
For the first time ever, The Simpsons will be at D23 this year. D23 is the big Disney Expo they do.
Oh, because now they're owned by Disney.
Yep.
I was like,
so, and they're promising all kinds of stuff. They're saying that this will be a big deal for The Simpsons. We have Marvel is taking a step into another place. So they've got video games, they got movies, TV shows, comic books, cartoons, and now stage plays. Marvel.
Do you have any news on the stage plays?
Yeah, Marvel unveils one act plays featuring Miss Marvel, Thor, and other heroes. You can pull them up. They got cute little drawings for them and everything. I'm all for this. I went and saw the Marvel Universe live, which is actually really cool thing to go see. It's more meant for kids than it is adults, but it's fun.
I'll click that one.
That might be it.
That one's a good one.
Um, yeah, Hammered.
A Thor and Loki play.
Yeah,
Squirrel
Hammered a
Girl
Thor and
goes
Loki
to
play.
college.
Yeah, Squirrel Girl was the other one. I'm hoping Squirrel Girl eventually shows up in the movies or in a TV show or something because she's a fun character.
She is a very fun character. I had her in the only Marvel game that I was able to play, Future Fight, and she was very fun to just look at.
I find it so weird your phone can run Future Fight but can't run Strike Force.
Um,
Like, Future Fight is way more than Strike Force.
I,
It's so weird to me.
I don't know.
There you go. There's the images.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, so Squirrel Girl was written by Karen Zakarisa?
Zacharias?
I'm terrible at names. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want to butcher that.
Hammered, a Thor and Loki play, is by
Christian Borle.
Christian Borle. Thank you. And Mirror of Most Vile, Miss
Value.
Marvel, Value. Sorry, Miss Marvel play. You go ahead and take that name because I don't know.
Masi Asari.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And sorry, I didn't do the Squirrel Girl title. It was Squirrel. Jesus Christ.
Squirrel.
I am like breaking
It's
over here.
Squirrel Girl Goes to College, a Squirrel Girl play.
Yeah, and they're also supposed to be doing. That was weird.
No, Siri, lie
Out
down.
of nowhere. Yeah, so the school, it's a thing that schools are able to do. So they must license the rights to all the Marvel Spotlight shows, which are $75 per performance for one play, $125 per performance for two or more. Additional resources include logo packs, which are $50 to $75, scenic projections, which is $300 to $500, and video licenses, which is $75 to $150 for filming productions. Copies of the scripts are also available for $4.95. So this is something that like schools will be able to do, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah, if you got a little bit of extra budget in your schooling, I would say if they can give some of these out, because I would like a couple high schools to pull this up, because to be honest, none of us know any high schoolers right now. But if they were gonna, I
prefer to keep it that way.
All right.
Yeah, we're not over here fucking dazed and confusing it.
No, we're not.
No, I think this is actually a really good thing. Finding different ways to tell these stories, especially with the Squirrel Girl Goes to College one. I think that'll be a great thing. So I don't know if they've given any away. I don't know if they plan to give any away to maybe like schools with lower budgets or something like that.
Yeah.
But from my experience, and I was close to theater people. I'm dating a theater person. From when it came to high school, so I do know that a lot of times they would just raise the money they needed rather than depending on the budget. Through events, through selling popcorn at the already existing plays they were going to do, stuff like that. So, what do you got here? It's the hamster.
Yeah, Lego just revealed two new Lego sets. One of Junkrat and Roadhog on a motorcycle with a nice Junkertown sign, and Wrecking Ball and the little tiny hamster.
He's adorable.
He is adorable.
I'd probably buy Wrecking Ball. And I didn't even play that.
And believe it or not, look at the price tag.
Wrecking Ball will sell for $20 and Junkerton will sell for $50. So Wrecking Ball is probably not as big as that photo makes it look.
227 pieces.
Okay.
So it's not too bad.
It's not like super tiny, but it's not huge by any means.
So I mean, it's a good set. Cool. Just thought I'd pop it up. Thank you, Geek.com, for having that extra little tidbit.
So Danny Boyle, the guy that did 28 Days Later, he did the first one. I don't think he did the sequel. He's coming back to do number 3. He says he feels he has a pretty good story.
Well, wait, there were 3. There was 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks, and 28 Months.
No, they never did 28 months.
You sure?
About 99.98% sure. No.
Oh, fan trailer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Disregard. So
I was about to say that's the guy from this sequel. So
yeah, well, original and sequel.
Yeah,
he's in both. Okay, I should have sworn I saw it, but okay, so yeah, it's just 28 days and 28 weeks.
Yep. Okay. So I don't know if the next one would be called 28 months. I mean, I guess it would make sense, but he feels he's got a pretty good idea. for a story. So, I liked the first one more than I liked the second one. What are those?
Spider-Man.
Oh, those are hideous. They're like Spider-Man.
Spider-Gwen.
What shoes are these?
Adidas.
Oh, okay, yeah, they're Spider-Man Adidas.
Adidas.
I don't know. I don't play basketball or
Yeah.
anything like that, so I don't really have like a real need for them.
Yeah.
I mean, if they did like a cool running shoe.
Adidas.
Let's see, what else do I got here? So we got Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans.
Can we not talk about this right now? I was in a somewhat of a good mood before you brought it back up.
So they announced the Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans movie. It'll be the Teen Titans show that we all loved and the Teen Titans Go show that no one really liked. At least no one I know. And this just bothers me because, you know, it was the thing where they ended Teen Titans, they did Teen Titans Go, and we were like, yeah, we don't like this, we're not into this. And they're like, oh, you don't like this, you're not into this? No.
More of it.
Okay, we'll do more of it. And we're going to take two jabs at you, one with being like, oh, look what you were, but you're not going to be again. And we're also going to tell you about how great of a fight we had that we did off screen, but you're just going to have to imagine it and get over it. And that one really upset me. That one was a real dig at the viewers, and I just didn't like that.
There's no action. There's no substance.
Yeah.
It's all fart jokes.
Yeah. And, you know, I don't want to like completely, I don't want to be, you know, when I have kids, I don't want to be that parent that's like, oh, you can't watch this, you can't watch that, you can't watch this. But I mean, a show that's just fart jokes, I'm not going to want you to watch. Is that something actually from it?
No. Well, that part's real and then it kind of edits in. But the fact that this joke is
A thing.
implied.
Okay, so they have Cyborg punching a thing of meat. So he's beating his meat. Yeah, so now they're, you know, finally we're getting the good Teen Titans again. But guess what? We're not actually just going to give you the good Teen Titans. You have to watch it with Go.
Yeah, and then they bring in during the trailer, so this isn't spoilers, they are actually saying we're breaking the multiverse. So that means that there's going to be more than just the two.
Yeah,
so they're basically pulling the Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse nonsense and saying, "Oh, hey, we can do that too." But with Teen Titans, because you guys like that.
Yeah, no, you want to see good animated, you go watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It just dropped on Netflix. So go watch something good.
Go watch a good
Because
thing.
I am not going to watch Teen Titans Go, the movie. I am not going to watch Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans. I own the whole Teen Titans. I own the first season of Teen Titans, but I have the rest of it available to me, and I'm just going to stick with that. I also don't watch Titans on the DC universe. I love that image.
Oh, god damn it. Fuck off.
He just pulled up a thing and it was comparing the original being the cartoon, then what they did for the DC Universe app Titans show, and then the cosplays where people actually look like the characters. So,
like, how do you fuck up so hard?
It's DC. I get this weird feeling that DC and Warner Bros. Just, they don't care. They're just going to keep putting stuff out and hoping something eventually sticks. Like
when they're not even sticking to source material, even their adaptations aren't even leaning towards source material.
Arrow worked, so
Arrow worked.
Oh sweet, let's do Flash. Flash worked. Oh
Flash?
sweet, let's do Legends. Legends worked. Sweet. Well, then someone else went, let's do Supergirl, and it didn't work. So they went, we'll use Arrow to save Supergirl, and that worked. And now it's like,
let's try Inhumans.
No, Inhumans is Marvel.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh wait, then what's the other? It's a simple fucking name. That's why
I don't know.
Okay.
For TV shows, the only other active TV shows is Gotham, which just ended, Pennyworth, which is just about to start, Krypton, which is going, and I think Black Lightning, which is currently going. I think that's it for live action DC right now.
No, there was one more.
Constantine, which failed by someone else, but it really shouldn't have. I think they just didn't like the money they were spending, and it's been saved by bringing him over into Legends of Tomorrow.
I should have sworn there was another one that just was like a simple word.
I seriously have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Powerless was one I really wanted to work, and it didn't.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be about a basically like a branch off of Wayne Enterprises or whatever, and it was ran by Alan Tudyk, who plays Bruce Wayne's cousin. And basically they make things for the everyday people so that they can survive in a world where constant villain and hero fights are going on. Like umbrellas that can protect you from falling debris, stuff like that. It was a comedy, and sadly, it only got its 7-episode run or whatever it was.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bummed that one didn't do better. After Swamp Thing got canceled, and there's been all this bring Swamp Thing back. Now there's rumors that they're talking about making a Swamp Thing movie with Juan still, but with a whole new cast, which is confusing.
I don't know. I don't know how to feel about
Are you
that
thinking of Internals?
one. I think so.
That's not even released yet, and it's a Marvel movie.
It's a Marvel?
Yes.
No, then no.
That's the one that Angelina Jolie is going to be in, and they're also looking at Salma Hayek,
no,
possibly.
then that's not what I'm thinking of.
I have
God damn
no idea what you're talking about.
it. It's another one of these.
Oh, I forgot iZombies technically, and so is Lucifer. They're both technically
Yeah.
DC because they're Vertigo.
I swear there was another one that had just like a plain Jane one-word title, and it's on the tip of my forehead, but it's not like clicking, and I don't know why. But even still, I think it got canceled before it got actual showed. So because of how
There was the early 2000s Bird of Prey that was supposed to be set in the future for some damn reason.
no,
Okay.
it involved a dog.
That's Inhumans.
It's in humans.
The dog is Lockjaw.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh,
That's Marvel.
Did that get canceled?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It was supposed to be a movie, and they decided to make it a TV show instead, and it got canceled.
Oh, okay then. So I just got my okay. Then I guess
And there's actually nothing wrong with it. It's just Inhumans is already like one of those ones that if you're not like really into Marvel,
it's not gonna.
it's a
catch.
hard sell.
It's a very hard sell.
So like when they decided to do it as a TV show, I was like, this should have stuck as a
I
movie.
wonder, are they doing Saga?
Someone's doing Saga, I think. Yeah, Saga's being worked on. I don't think it's out yet.
Okay, because I would really like while you were heading up here, I flipped through the first issue that we got out of one of those random boxes, and I was like,
yeah,
hot
no,
diggity
I've
him.
read. I think the first trade for Saga. Saga's not bad.
Like, I like it so far. I'm
Yeah,
interested.
another one that they're working on is Chew.
Chew.
Yeah,
CHEW.
CHEW. Yeah. It's gonna have the guy that played Glenn in it.
That's not what we're.
That's not
wanting.
what you're looking for.
No.
Chew comic TV show.
There we go.
Yeah, and he's basically it's. Oh, maybe did they recast? No, live action teaser. That, I don't
Unofficial.
think that's unofficial. Okay, I was gonna say, did they recast? Yeah, it's gonna be the guy that played Glenn in The Walking Dead. Basically, he's a detective that's got to eat things from crime scenes. It's
I'm actually okay with that idea.
it's a I want to say it's an Image comic, and it's coming to the same channel as Walking Dead. And I think David Tennant's supposed to be in it too.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, that would be a good duo right there.
Mhm.
You got two pretty good talkers trying to talk it up. Okay.
Yeah, he's supposed to be playing. I think it's a Scottish character in the comic, but I could be wrong. I've only read a little bit of Chew, and then I think Cinemax is doing Outcast.
Cinemax still exists.
Mhm.
Hmm.
You gotta get your porn somewhere. The internet.
Yeah, I
No.
know. Right?
Yeah, no, Cinemax is still around.
Okay. I'm
I
just
think
surprised that
it's
they're
Cinemax.
okay. What I'm iterating on is that I'm surprised they're doing original content still.
I mean, you gotta pay for the channel, so they're getting money.
They're getting money, but yeah, I what has what has Cinemax pulled out? Game of Thrones is HBO.
HBO.
Banshee.
I have no idea what Banshee is.
Yeah, Banshee is the only Cinemax one I see on this list, so that's why I'm just like, I don't know.
And Outcast is another one written by Robert Kirkman, creator of Walking Dead.
Oh,
Um,
that's a good one then.
I'm trying to find what damn channel it was on. I'm pretty sure it was Cinemax, but
Jet,
it was done by
Banshee,
20th Century
CB
Fox.
Strike,
Yeah, Cinemax. Here we go. Yeah.
Outcast.
And it looks like they actually ended it after the second season, so it only ran 2 seasons before ending.
What does this look like? 24.
I don't see how this looks like 24 at all.
Like Jack Bauer, daughter, the handler.
I'm not getting that.
You're
Feel.
not getting that feeling?
Mm-mm.
I don't know. It was just off first instinct.
But
Maybe
no,
maybe Heroes.
I can see Heroes.
Yeah, it just
Just hopefully it has a better ending.
fucking goddamn. I hope so. If there was a petition right now to redo the ending of Heroes, I'd sign it. Now, that's the only one I would probably sign, though. Reason why is because it was actually not a great ending. It was very anticlimactic. It was very straightforward. There was no actual conflict.
I think the best part of that show still was when the cheerleader got the stick in the back of the.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. Fucking
And
all of
the-
season 1 is fucking
The
amazing.
next day, the football player seeing her and everything, just kind of being mind fucked a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to say more than that because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone that hasn't seen it. Because go watch the show; it's a good show.
It's a good show,
It's
but
just a rough end.
the last season.
I feel like that's most shows though. I have a very hard time finding shows I like the ending of. I hate the ending of How I Met Your Mother. I hate the ending of Roseanne. I hate the ending of Dinosaurs.
Roseanne wasn't so bad.
They retconned it with the new show.
They did, but if they left it alone at that point in time,
I hated it.
Huh?
I hated it.
You hated the fact that Dan died.
Dan died, and well, it's big spoilers, but Dan died. Mom wasn't actually a lesbian.
It's 1998.
The girls were dating the opposite boyfriends. So Darlene was actually with Mark, and Becky was actually with David.
Yeah.
I think at one point they decided Jackie was lesbian, and they undid that. They never won the lottery. The prince was never a thing. All that out the door.
All that out the door. But then again, it was still entertaining. It still taught us family values.
I was still fine that when they retconned everything, they still decided they didn't win the lottery. That part was fine because I was like, yeah, them winning the lottery kind of ruins one of the big things of the show.
Their poverty.
Yeah, they were, very low middle class America.
Low.
They were us.
Yeah, pretty much.
But no, there's plenty of shows that I don't like the ending for. I think Friends is the one show where I'm like, yeah, I'm happy with the way it ended. I'm fine with that ending. There's plenty of shows that just don't get endings because studios don't give a shit.
Yeah, I would say that those would probably be worse. Fucking fly ass.
I hated the way things went down with Dead Like Me. I still have to get you to watch the 2 seasons though.
Okay.
All right, a few last things here. Let's see.
Right.
I'm gonna skip that one. We don't need that one. Oh, you know what? No, that's it. I have one little thing left, and then we're done.
All right, hit me with it.
So we've been talking about Galaxy's Edge a lot.
You have.
Well, yeah, the Star Wars expansion at Disneyland. It's a big deal.
It was a huge deal because I'm having people saying they're going on their 4th, 5th time. That one guy at the convention said, "I'm going for my 4th time."
Going in October.
I'm like,
is
you're
my
a
goal.
fucking motherfucker.
So people are taking things from Galaxy's Edge and selling them on eBay. And when I say taking things, I mean like stealing things. For instance, one person took the souvenir cup, which you can buy for like $46, so that part's fine. A menu that they stole from the cantina, and a coaster they stole from the cantina, and are selling it for like $400 or $200 or something like that on eBay. Another person stole the little cards they give you when you go to do the Millennium Falcon ride, and is trying to sell that, claiming it's extremely rare, which it isn't. Everyone's given them. You're supposed to give them back at the end of the ride. And also there were sporks that they were stealing from one of the restaurants at such high levels that they just stopped putting them out because it was going to cost them too much to keep replacing the damn sporks. So people keep stealing shit from Galaxy's Edge like crazy.
Why are
and are
people
selling
like
it.
this?
I don't know. Like I told Lauren, I was like, people are ruining it for everyone else because we're going to get there come October and watch. The cantina is going to be like, yeah, well, we don't do the coasters anymore. Or we don't hand you the menus anymore. The sporks are already gone, something you might like, the cantina actually serves alcohol, so spot in Disneyland you can actually get alcohol.
Okay, that's what I figured because I remember seeing the Miller Lite sign on a couple things as we were walking down the pier toward the
No, that's California Adventure. California Adventure serves alcohol. This
I
is
thought it was
actually in Disneyland.
I thought it was a part of California Adventure that goes off that one street.
No, that's where they're building Marvel Land,
Oh,
which will be open next year.
Oh,
Galaxy's Edge, remember where the water is in Disneyland?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's back behind that.
Oh,
They ripped out the petting zoo and the barbecue that they used to have for Toy Story. And
oh, okay.
that's
So it's
the
off to the
entrance.
right of Toontown.
Left of Toontown. Right of Toontown would be Small World.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
now I got it. Okay.
Yeah,
So I've only been there once. Leave me alone.
yeah. No, you're fine. You've been there more than once. You went when you were a kid. You just don't remember it.
I don't remember it. That linoleum drop, gone. I've only been there once.
But yeah, no, it's in Disneyland, so
Okay.
it'll be a place in Disneyland you can actually get alcohol. I'm assuming you probably had to stick to Galaxy's Edge with it. You probably can't.
No.
I don't know the exact rules on that.
Yeah.
But my goal is I will drink the blue milk, which everyone says it's actually really good. They did a green milk too, but they said it's not as good.
Okay.
Blue milk is a thing in Star Wars.
I know
it's
was.
Bantha milk.
I know he drank it. I was there when we were watching the movie.
No, not that. Not whatever weird Luke thing in Last Jedi. Blue milk dates back to the original.
Oh, because that was blue milk.
Yeah, no, that was weird.
Oh,
And that wasn't a Bantha.
Oh.
The Banthas are the big hairy things that the Sand People ride
Oh.
with the horns.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I think those are Banthas. Look up Banthas before I lose my geek card over here.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure those are Banthas. Yeah. Okay, Banthas. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Blue milk. Yeah, that is not whatever that weird fucking thing Luke milks in Last Jedi. That was a weird moment.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Those are the blue and green from the park right there. Comparison, the blue's really good. The green's a little weird.
Okay. I mean, I'll give it a shot the next time I go down there, but I don't think I'll do it anytime. Oh my god. Blue Bantha Milk Company. Oh, it's a channel about Star Wars. Oh, it's a Twitter thing that talks about Star Wars
cool.
stuff. Cool. I give it props for that fucking logo though.
Yeah. We watched the lightsaber building ceremony. We watched someone do it on YouTube. It's actually really cool, despite being $200.
Oh, what?
You can go in and customize your own and build your own lightsaber and
Yikes.
everything. It's a whole thing though. Like they take you in there, they give you lore about all of it. You hear characters talking, like they have like a Yoda voice that plays over and stuff like that.
That tells you what the colors mean.
Yeah.
What do the numbers mean, Mason?
Yeah. It's kind of cool, kind of interesting.
Yeah, I'd be down to make my own if I had $200 to throw.
Lauren's hoping to save the money up so we can do it.
Oh.
She wants one. She wants me to get one. I'm like, that's $400. So that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
I was like, we may have to like do one trip and do one like year later on another trip. Like, I don't know. We'll
But
see.
these are like actual, not like the crappy little plastic.
No. They're like Force Effects.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if you can use them like a Force Effects, but that's what they look like.
You can, because whenever you move it around, it makes the noises.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if you can actually clash them.
Oh, clash. Oh, yeah, no, probably not. It's probably for display purposes only.
Probably, and they have like a thing a sheath you can put it in, so that you can carry it around the park the rest of the day.
Oh.
Yeah. So it looks like a cool little event. You actually get to put your kyber crystal in there. Like you get a kyber crystal, and you have to put it inside the hilt and everything, and close up the hilt and build the hilt and everything, and then you stick it in this machine and turn it, and then everyone's sabers launch at the same time. When you pull it out, it's got the blade.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's really neat. I think that's about all we have for tonight, though.
That is all. And we don't really have much of a discussion we want to talk about, do we?
I think we discussed enough random shit today.
You're right.
I mean, we went off on a tangent just now about blue milk, and we went off on a tangent about WWE. And I mean, if you wanted to touch on something, just give me your favorite all-time wrestler.
My favorite Ultimate Wrestler?
Yeah,
Ultimate Warrior, hands
Ultimate
down.
Warrior,
Hands
despite
down.
him hurting people.
He likes to hurt people.
Did you watch his speech
From which one?
right before he died?
Yes.
Weird.
He
knew.
He had.
He
something.
somehow knew.
He either that or he was just feeling it that night.
Mm-hmm.
He had the old Ultimate Warrior back in.
Mine is Hogan. Before Hollywood though, like
fuck the NWO.
the theme song was better, even when after he came back with the new American song and everything. But he was still he still wasn't. It just wasn't the same. Obviously, not counting any of the racist stuff or anything. I'm talking the character.
Yeah,
what we saw in ring, not what happened behind closed doors.
Like if we had to do favorite wrestler now, I would say Baron Corbin, but he got screwed. He's continuing to get screwed.
Yeah, I don't know if Shane O'Mac.
Yeah,
that'll be mine for
now. Shane O'Mac. He's a hard ass heel right now.
Is he?
Yeah.
That Angle match though, where Angle kept having to try to repeatedly throw him through the glass because they put the wrong glass in, and it wouldn't break.
And then he finally managed to get him through it.
Yeah, there was one where he had just straight up like punched through the glass and shit. It was fucking rough. But I mean, it was shit like that. It's like he did things like that for the company to make sure shit went through. At any point, him and Angle could have chosen not to break the rest of the glass, but they stuck. Shane was like, "We're gonna do this.
Do it again. Do it again."
Yeah, I don't really have anyone for now, so I'll stick with Shane. I think.
I mean, Shane's still around. He's still wrestling technically.
Yeah. I think another one for me would have been Rowdy.
Roddy Piper?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was a good one.
Despite nailing people in the head with coconuts.
No comment. No
but
comment. I mean, another one of mine would probably be Macho.
yeah, Macho's great.
Macho was
would
great.
definitely be up there.
Yeah, Macho. I don't think Macho ever really played a heel bad. Like he was a heel from time to time, but he never played it bad. He never was straight up bad.
You know what the worst part about the NWO was?
They screwed most of the WWF at the time characters.
Oh no, it was a WCW thing.
What?
That NWO started on WCW.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I said most of that is kind of bad. Like I didn't mind the NWO. I just preferred their regular characters. I preferred Razor Ramon before NWO. I preferred Kevin Nash before.
No. My issue with NWO is the fact that by the time everything came down to it, everybody was in the NWO.
Yeah.
And therefore everyone came out to the same fucking opening music, and you never know who's gonna come out.
Yeah.
Hell, even Bischoff when he was on WCW came out to NWO music. I'm Back was WWE.
Yeah, when it became WWE.
Yeah.
But I like that theme song for him.
The I'm Back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you imagine hearing that now?
I would like him to be the general manager right now.
Oh, you're gonna get people turning against you. But I agree.
like he made a really good general manager.
He's so hateable, and it's someone for the wrestlers to go against, and that's something they need also.
Yeah, they need. Whenever they have a heel, they have a good heel.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're having all these whiny heels. Like, I love Dolph Ziggler.
Mm-hmm.
Dolph Ziggler is probably, as he says, the best in the ring. And I'm like, that's a fair acclamation. He's very athletic. He's very strong. He knows how to handle certain wrestlers. Over under, let him wrestle. They screwed him out. They made him a whiny little punk ass.
Do you remember when Bischoff and Stone Cold were co-GMs?
For a brief minute of time.
It lasted for a couple pay-per-views.
Yeah.
There was one where Stone Cold's got to get he's fucking with Bischoff, and he gets him like insanely drunk and keeps feeding him food until he barfs on the audience.
I don't remember that one at all.
Yeah, it's a great moment.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we can cut it there, though.
Yeah, we're gonna cut it there with Bischoff throwing up on the audience. Remember to like us on wherever you're listening to us.
And if we're not where you want us to be, let us know.
Yeah. Do just give us things to talk about. If you have anything that you want to bring to our attention, hit us up on our privates or even on our group Twitter. All of it's in the channel description.
Yep. Like, subscribe, rate, review. Punch us. Wait, no, don't do that one last one.
No.
Tell us to a friend. Tell us to a family member.
Yeah. And
tell us to a family member that if you think we're annoying, tell us to a family member you hate. If you think we're great, tell us to a family member you love.
Just tell us to family members.
Tell us to everyone.
Oh God, this tranquil tamer tea is really good. It's actually made me feel really good.
Yeah, you feeling good?
It makes me feel it, Mr. Krabs.
Okay. How are you feeling now, Mr. Krabs? All right, let's call this.
Ah!
Bye, guys.